Welcome to Moore, Oklahoma. Arrow Tiger Ball is on the air stadium as the number 2 Broken Arrow Tigers take on the 5 Westmoore Jaguars. Charlie Hannum, Spavital, check in with Brian Wyckoff down on the kickoff. The Tigers are 4-1 on the season, coming off a 35-13 minute tonight, Thursday night special on the road at Westmoore. And Steve Spavital, the first thing that we know tonight is it is colder, it is windy, and it feels like football.
Well, that front just already moved in, so now we're on the back end of it. But it feels like it's 40 degrees. And see all the pockets there. Put jackets on. It's 7 something. Be a fact.
Felt like a car wash on the way down here for about 15 minutes, and then the rain stopped. The sun is going down, still trying to peek some of the clouds here. But you look at the Tigers as the game. A lot of long sleeves. Time you hit on the hand hits and a lot of clubs. So you'd think that if you were to give weather advantage there, other could probably beat a power run game. That's what we're like.
So seeing so it's big back. So so it
West 5-0 on the season, 2-0 in district play. Jaguars to put up this window south needed and but you always kind of talk 6-day football. West side, east side, west 5-0. Have some talent to play, but not have to see it until a west side team east side.
seven. But to sound side.
Lean heavily on 8, 6, 6, 18 of season, 68 yards, 19 also carried it. And he's makes up back. Right, we'll see what that spread attack can do against his.
He's going to see it.
West Jack by William, a city native. All big play with his here. He's got some experience and so like aggressive offense and kind of he knows Tigers are a little banged up. Uh, it's on. Yeah, it's the Tiger kick. Scouting Isaac has begun to pick up. Stay tuned. You know it. Hey, Kenny. Echo, you're good. About that. Gone? That was problem. Yep. up out here. Whee! 1 minute. Set. Good evening and welcome to Moore, Oklahoma. Tiger football is on the air as the Broken Arrow Tigers try to go to 5-1 on the season, 3-0 in district play on the road at the Westmoore Jaguars. Westmoore 5-0 on the season, 2-0 in district play. Charlie Hannema, Steve Spavital, and Ryan Wyckoff with you from Moore School Stadium on a chilly and windy Thursday night. The captains are on the field for the coin toss. And Spav, what's most important for Broken Arrow tonight?
We have to start quick. We need to get the ball on the ground. I know we keep talking about we're going to be against the wind right now, so we need to just drive the ball down, use multiple formations, and keep them off balance, because I'm not sure this defense has seen an offense like ours to where we're going multiple formations and put them in a bind where they're going to have to recall the strength. They're going to have to adjust about every snap with these new formations. I know that Coach Wilkinson's going to do a good job at that.
Westmoore won the toss, so the Tigers will receive to start the ball game. Broken Arrow will travel from east to west, sort of into this wind down here, left to right on your Arrow Vision screen. If you're looking for Thunder basketball on the Animal, you can find it on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM. As we wait for both teams to take the field, let's check in with the third member of our broadcast crew, Ryan Wyckoff, down on the field. Ryan, tell us about this weather tonight.
Man, let me tell you, Charlie, it says 55 on the weather app, but it feels about like 45. It's going to be a great day for hot chocolate sales at the concession stand. Man, it is really. Sometimes it seems like it's going one way and then it comes at another. I saw Tyler Crawford, Broken Arrow's kicker, practicing some shorter kicks. I've seen the Westmoore tunnel they're running through fall over twice, so it could be an interesting day with the wind and the cold out here.
All right, Ryan, thank you. Spav, you won't see Kewan Tolbert tonight. Sanchez Banks will likely get the majority of the carries, a 5'11", 205-pound junior. 15 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown last week, 196 yards on the season. Coach Alexander talked about this on his show Tuesday, that Banks is one of those guys that the team kind of rallies behind. He's got a lot of friends on the team, and he kind of credited Sanchez's touchdown run in the Norman game as what kind of turned things around.
Exactly. He's going to be outstanding. There's no problem with that. He's just an outstanding young man. He's going to really produce for us tonight. The problem we're having we have a lot of key injuries. And when you can't practice these injuries, it's hard to get ourselves improved. So we need to get these guys back, not so much to play in a game, but to get them healthy so they can practice and get ourselves ready for the playoff run.
And Coach Alexander kind of hit on this in our pregame conversation, which was a little tough to hear with all the wind down on the field. But he mentioned that not only has his team not played a complete game, that A-plus game yet, they haven't had the full starting 22 for a game either. And so when you talk about practicing during the week and trying to get ready for the playoffs as you build through this district schedule, that can be a factor maybe more so than the individual game outcomes on some of these individual games. It's the time you lose building toward the end of the season.
No doubt. I mean, that is huge. And, Norman was a very physical game for us. We lost a lot of players in that. And so even though we may have some back, they're still not at full strength. And so we've had to really adjust a lot of the ways we practice just in order to keep the ones that are practicing. We don't hit them too much or we don't move too much. Just got to isolate them a little bit.
The Tigers are on the field in their traditional road Adidas uniforms, white jerseys with the black numbers, black pants with the gold trim, black helmets with the gold BA. We are waiting for Westmoore to take the field. The Jaguars are working to come out of their locker room facilities. They'll be in the black home uniforms with the white numbers and white trim. If you were with us the last time we were here when they had those black numbers with the red trim, they were almost impossible to read. Thankfully, those have been replaced. I believe they're now against the rules, so that's even better. But Coach Williams, Jaguars can freshen the and giant Jaguar on top of the tunnel is blowing around all over the place. All we need is the other team. We've got Broken Arrow. We've got the Westmoore band appears to have been mingling down here on the track, and as soon as we get the Jaguar football team, we can have a kickoff.
You know, the weather's been so strange this year. You know, you think about it, it's cold right now, but this is what we used to talk about as playoff weather. And we're just halfway through the season. We haven't even started playoffs yet, so no telling what the weather's going to be like when we get there. So we're going to be able to play in it all.
Vern, it's a good night for the wind pants. Man, it's howling down there.
Yeah.
Even a nice little chill up here in our broadcast booth, which is never a bad thing as Westmoore takes the field carrying some sort of wood contraption and some flags. Never know. A pirate flag, Ryan says, on the field. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Here are the starters for Broken Arrow, left to right on the offensive line. It's Nate Burkhartsmeyer, Hunter Morris, Trevor Burkhartsmeyer, Ryan Chapman, and Andrew Rame. The receivers, Torrey Dillard, Isaiah Keller, and Keon Barnett. Jake Raines is the Tiger quarterback, 5'11", 170-pound junior, 26 of 43 on the season for 553 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Sanchez Banks, likely the starting tailback tonight with Kewan Tolbert out with an injury, 38 carries, 196 yards, and a touchdown. For Banks, Mitchell Banning will be the fullback. Caleb Gamble will be the tight end. Defensively for Broken Arrow, Kane Hadaway, Corey Callens Jr., Jalen Moss, Parker Darnell front. The middle linebacker, Zio Marcus, and Darian Moss on the outside. Bryce Machota, the strong safety. Miles Slusher, as we mentioned, out tonight. Adonis Ballard starts in his place. Corey Williams will be at one corner. And then on the other corner, we'll see a mix of a number of guys. Jalen Johnson will be in there some. Javian Franklin will be in there some. And Isaiah Keller will rotate in likely at safety as well. The Tiger kickoff return team is in position. Torrey Dillard, the deep man for BA, with the leftover pink out accoutrements on the lower half there. And Westmoore's kickoff team, led by kicker John Connor, will come out and get ready to kick this thing with the wind. And we are almost ready for Broken Arrow Tiger football. Again, if you're looking for Thunder preseason basketball, you can find that on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM. Charlie Hanema, Steve Spavital, and Ryan Whitecoff with you from Moore, Oklahoma. Broken Arrow and Westmoore in a 6A1 district battle. The ball blew off the tee the first time, and John Connor will try and get that thing set up again, and we'll kick this off to start this Thursday night matchup.
I'd like to see a good return right here.
Referee Marcus Walker blows it in, and boom, we are underway in Moore. It's a solid kick, but returnable. Torrey Dillard fields it at the 3, up to the 15-20. Has a little bit of a seam, and he's chopped down just shy of the 25-yard line. So a nice return, and Broken Arrow will start at the 23-yard line.
He had a little seam there. They had this Tristan Audell. He came in and made a great play there from the backside.
Jake Raines leads the Tigers out on the field. Mitchell Banning, the fullback. Sanchez Banks, the tailback. It's a 2-receiver look on 1st and 10. Isaiah Keller to the right, the bottom of your screen. Torrey Dillard to the left. Raines under center, takes the snap, hands off to Sanchez Banks, stretching near side right, has a seam across the 30. Pink flag comes in. Pink flags from the officiating crew tonight as part of breast cancer awareness, I assume. And we'll see what Marcus Walker's crew has on play number 1 from scrimmage.
Well, they had a guy made a pretty good play there. Their linebacker did, but, you know, we just were patient. We cut it back in there, but they didn't have any backside pursuit coming.
From Marcus Walker. So we'll back up the Tigers and do it again here on first down. The 1st and 14 after the penalty. Raines takes the snap, hands off to Banks again. This time a big seam. One man to beat. First down yardage across the 40, still at the 45, and he's finally brought down at the 46-yard line. A tough run of 25 yards from Sanchez Banks.
Man, just running the power. They just didn't fit that very well. The thing is, they didn't have anybody in the secondary willing to come down and make that play.
It's a First National Bank first down.
See, they're looking at a one safety. I mean, they're just looking at a man-free type concept, and they got a middle safety. They don't have anybody fit. They got too many people in line. They're not able to play the run.
Sanchez Banks is hit immediately this time by Keyshawn Oliver, the middle linebacker for the Jaguars. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, back him up to the 44-yard line.
See, they just loaded a lot of people on the line of scrimmage and came after him. Where they got to be careful now is if we start bootlegging, we start doing some things away from the flow there, and I guarantee you'll see some things that are real effective. And right now, we're got a fullback in the game. We probably could see a bootleg.
2nd and 12. Jake Raines rolls right, fires, caught. That's Mitchell Banning out of the backfield. He's across the 50 into Jaguar territory before he's brought down at the 46-yard line. So just the 4th different receiver to catch a pass for Broken Arrow this year. First catch of the season for Mitchell Banning, and it'll be 3rd and short.
There's a bootleg. You know, Coach Wilkinson saw that. He saw how much that backside was pursuing down the line of scrimmage and not playing for the boot, and we just found it. We knew it was coming. 3rd and short.
Officially 3rd and 2. Raines under center, hands off Sanchez Banks, following his blockers, and he has the line to gain. Another First National Bank first down as Banks gets down to the Westmoore 42-yard line.
He's a young back. He's going to get a lot better. If he would have just hit that hole and bounced it, he would still be running right now at this point.
10 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 1st and 10, Broken Arrow at the Westmoore 42-yard line.
We haven't done a lot of formation-wise. We're still keeping everything pretty heavy. We're either in 2 backs or 2 tight ends or something of this nature. This is the first time we've kind of branched it off. Jake
Raines will throw it. That's Keon Barnett on the far side with the catch. He makes his first man miss across the 30. Barnett with the seam. 20, 10, house, touchdown, Broken Arrow.
They're going to have to change that coverage there. They're in a man-free. They have one person in the middle there. They're playing loose off of us. We throw to basically an uncovered number 2 on a little wide screen. Guy falls down, he hits the house.
First catch of the season is a 42-yard touchdown for Keon Barnett. Tyler Crawford is on for the point after. Isaiah Keller will hold. Snap is bobbled. Crawford picks up, scrambling to the right. Keller's going to roll to his left and finally just be hit and brought down by Keyshawn Oliver. So the try for point, no good. But with 9:32 to go in the first quarter, it's Broken Arrow 6, Westmoore nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
Keyshawn Oliver. Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. But we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
With kids, life is one big adventure. That's why you need a strong financial partner you can count on, like TTCU Federal Credit Union. Right now, you could get $150 when you open a new TTCU checking account. And every time you use your School Pride debit card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is
Welcome
better
back
with
to
balance.
Moore, Oklahoma. The Tigers of Broken Arrow lead Westmoore 6-0 with 9:32 to go in the first. It was a 76-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 42-yard touchdown pass from Jake Rains to Keon Barnett. That ties the third longest play of the season for the Tigers. Tyler Crawford's kick is a directional one. With the wind, tough to kick it all the way deep. It was fair caught by Westmoore.
Very good kick. You want to try to get it around that 25-yard mark, and that's exactly where he got it. Absolutely no return. Everything was perfect right there.
Tristan Audell had the fair catch for Westmoore.
24-yard line. That's where the Jaguars begin. 1st and 10. The Westmoore quarterback, number 6, Peyton Moore.
This drive will start at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Snap back, pass fired, incomplete. Dayton White was looking for 18 Dylan Taylor,
He
and
was
it falls
open.
incomplete.
He was open, threw a little behind him, still should have been caught. You know, quarterback has all the time in the world. Just he should make a good throw on those.
Javian Franklin is that far corner in Marion Horn's spot. And the Tigers will get flagged here for jumping into the neutral zone, I believe. It's a little while to
Yeah. You don't know if it's a pink towel or whatever.
Yeah, right. If it came off of, if it's tape or what. Yeah. Second penalty of the game for the Tigers. Sets up 2nd and 5. Snap is over the head of the quarterback, and Dayton White is going to fall onto the ball. It's still loose, though. It looks like Darian Moss is on it, and it's a recovery for the Broken Arrow Tigers. The snap shot over the head of Dayton White. He tried to roll over on it, and it was Darian Moss who was able to jump on it. The Tigers will take over at the Westmoore 9-yard line.
That was just a bad snap right from the get-go. It wasn't even close. I mean, he was ready for the ball, everything, and it just bad snap. When I said we need to start fast, we're really doing a good job at that. This is good.
So with that, the Tigers are in the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Double tight look. Jake Rains under center, hands off to Sanchez Banks. Banks straight ahead, rumbling, still on his feet. Nice run after contact. He's going to get all the way down to the 1.
Yeah,
Give Banks
nice.
8 yards on 1st and goal from the 9.
Nice run. Getting the 2 tight end, fullback set, and just running the power. Very effective. We're creating a whole new line of scrimmage. They're not getting any cutbacks. These guys are already gassed. Oh, we got double fullback set in here.
Jake Rains under center, hands off Sanchez Banks, just trying to power through, spins off his first man, and he's going to be brought down short of the goal line. It was Kylan Tennyson on the tackle. Nice job bringing Banks down to kind of pull him off to the side, because if he would have fell forward, it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, they actually they're trying to put a lot of people in the line and really moving them a lot, just trying to penetrate them as hard as they can, and that's tough to block when you're getting these linemen that are penetrating through the gaps.
3rd and goal from the 1. Tigers go with this double fullback set again. They give to Banks straight ahead. This time he is in. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
It was a pretty unique play. We ran the power with the 2 fullback set, and we pulled backside as well. We created a lot of.
Had 3 guys leading the way for Banks there, and they only needed a yard, so that'll work.
We created a lot of extra gaps in there, so they couldn't defend that.
Tyler Crawford on for another extra point. Better snap this time. Spot. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:12 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it here as Broken Arrow leads Westmoore 13-0. It was a 3-play, 9-yard touchdown drive for Broken Arrow, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Sanchez Banks, the second of the season. Let's go down to Ryan Wyckoff. What do you have?
Well, Charlie, we're down here, and the stands are still filling up. Earlier we heard about a train getting in the way of some people getting here, but there's a lot of Moore fans, Westmoore fans getting here, and the scoreboard's already 13-0. So Broken Arrow stands down here filling up, probably between 50 and 100 people here, but yeah, some Moore fans still coming in.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. Broken Arrow leading 13-0 over the 5-0 Westmoore Jaguars. Again, if you're looking for Thunder basketball on the Animal, you can find that on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM.
Well, that's a good start for us right here.
There was
somebody fell or something.
There's a little commotion going on up here at the broadcast booth, so we apologize for that, but you didn't miss anything. Tyler Crawford's ready to kick this off for the Tigers. He's lining up for another one of those directional kicks as Broken Arrow is going right into this brisk wind down here at Moore. This field is east-west as opposed to the north-south that a lot of them are. At Crawford's directional kick is up, and another fair catch called for and made by Tristan Audell. They'll spot this one at the 31 or 32. As you can give the head linesman a demerit. Check that. That's the line judge. And he tried to throw the ball over to the referee, and he hit him right in the shin. He short-hopped him. You can't do that to the white hat. He's the boss.
I know.
So this Westmoore drive will start at the Jaguar 32-yard line. Dayton White, another high snap. He hangs on to this one, but all he can do is just run it right back up the middle, and that one will go nowhere.
Well, this center's intimidated.
That one almost shot over his head, too.
I know. He's not wanting to, you know, it's kind of hard for him to block somebody that's better than him. When you got one hand between your legs there, and it's tough when trying to snap the ball. That nose guard right on him.
This is a second down pass. It's caught by 18 Dylan Taylor. Mark him at the 38-yard line where it'll be third and about 4.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing. They're throwing everything short. They're not doing anything unusual here, just very short, there's no distance routes or anything.
Dayton White, the Westmoore quarterback, with 3 receivers left, 1 right. Calls for the snap on third down. Drops back, fires, almost intercepted. It was batted away by Adonis Ballard. Nice coverage there from the Tigers, and it's going to be 3 and out.
Well, the thing is we can take a chance on those because everything they're throwing is short. They have not had one route over 10 yards right now. And we're going to jump those things. We're getting a little bit of depth with our secondary, and we're able to see it, and we can drive down.
Torrey Dillard is back to return for Broken Arrow as this punt is away, and Dillard is now going to tell everybody to get away because it's going to hit at the 35 and check up. So Broken Arrow will start at its own 36. Not bad field position, and the Tigers already lead 13-0.
Well, I'm glad they didn't throw a flag on the punter. I mean, it wasn't roughing, but no telling about these West Side officials.
1st and 10, Broken Arrow from the Tiger 36-yard line. Sanchez Banks back out there at tailback for BA. 6:53 to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing. Jake Raines under center, gives to Banks, following LeBlanc to the left side, just inside the hash marks before he's brought down by Jordan Hampton after a short gain.
Yeah, running a little two-back stretch. That's pretty good play selection there. We just didn't get what we needed, missed a block, and allowed them to come in there and make a play. See, we're going to throw uncovered out here. They have nobody out here.
Raines takes the snap, hands it off again. Tigers go up the middle to Sanchez Banks. He gets a couple before he's brought down by Josiah James.
Number 22, Josiah James.
They'll mark Banks down at the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3. 5:58 to go, opening quarter. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing. Tigers have scored on both of their opening drives.
Well, we could have scored again there. We just didn't throw to the uncovered man.
Jake Raines goes under center, takes the snap, gives to Sanchez Banks, following his blocks, now tries to cut it back upstream, and he's going to be brought down short of the line to gain by about 1.5 feet. Banks just barely across the 45, needs to get all the way to the 46. It'll be 4th and 1. Offense out on the field, and Spav, you'd think this will just be a power right up the middle here.
No, yeah, it's either with power, freeze them. You're going to do something here.
Officials timeout as Sanchez Banks lost a shoe. So on 4th down, he'll have to come out. Jalen Johnson will check in. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but he does have 146 yards on the season on 41 carries. He's been battling an ankle injury. It's 4th and 1 from the 45, and now Broken Arrow is just going to say, hey, let's take a timeout here and recalibrate.
Broken Arrow.
Well, I tell you, the way they're lining up, I would just get in that power set like that and just run play action, because they're not going to cover. They're going to put a backer on one of our tight ends, and it's just going to be tough. Play action, we can get them pretty easy right here.
Broken Arrow football on Arrow Vision and 97.1 FM, the Sports Animal, brought to you in part by our One Club sponsors: TTCU Federal Credit Union, St. John Broken Arrow, Tulsa Bone and Joint, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the Arrow Group, and Matthews Ford. Thank you all for your generous support of Broken Arrow Public Schools. 5:17 to go here in the first quarter. Broken Arrow leading Westmoore 13-0. Tigers with a 4th and 1 at their own 45-yard line coming out of this timeout.
They got a pretty good sized defensive line. Their offensive line's a little small, but their defensive line, they look like they got some athletes back here. Their biggest thing is they don't line up properly.
They're going to send Sanchez Banks off the field. Coach Alexander's trying to say, this is why I call the timeout. So he's going to check with the official on his side, and Jalen Johnson will come back in. But they're going to make Banks still sit out of play with the shoe issue. So Jalen Johnson is the deep back behind Mitchell Banning, the fullback. 4th and 1. Here we go. Give to Johnson. Johnson has the first down and more across the 50 down to the Westmoore 47-yard line. So give Johnson about 7 and enough for a First National Bank first down.
Yeah, you knew what we were going to do. We're just going to run over Andrew Rame. I mean, when you need a yard, that's who you run over. That young man will create any type of hole for you.
5 minutes to go, opening quarter. And here's a handoff on first down to number 21.
A little better. That's that stretch again. Running that little stretch.
Who'd they sneak
that
out there?
Two-back stretch.
Ball carrier was number 21, Mason Elmore. He's tackled with number 25, Jordan Hinton.
Okay, we got 2nd and 8.
There's Michael Matthews on the carry for the Tigers as we had to quick go. Who's that? 2nd and 7 coming up here from the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap to Jake Raines. Sets up, fires, going deep down the far side, and it's overthrown. He was looking for Torrey Dillard. He was covered one-on-one, and that pass just sailed a little bit into this wind. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I don't even know. I mean, that guy was covered right off the bat. He was covered. They need to come over here where the trips were, because they didn't even cover number 2, and I'm not sure how they were covering the tight end at that point, but it wasn't very sound.
3rd and 7 for BA here. from the Westmoore 44-yard line, and the Jaguars will take a timeout. 4:10 to go in the first. We'll step aside. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you...
Welcome back to Broken Arrow football. The Tigers lead Westmoore 13-0. Charlie Spav and Ryan Wyckoff with you from Moore School Stadium. It's 3rd and 7, Broken Arrow coming out of the Westmoore timeout. Line of scrimmage is the Jaguar 44-yard line. Jake Raines takes the snap, gives to Sanchez Banks. Banks powers up the middle behind some great blocking from the Broken Arrow Lumber Company. Banks down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 3. And the Tigers will have another 4th down situation.
Well, just the biggest thing on that drive was just we weren't very efficient on 1st down. We tried the same stretch play. We're going hurry up right here. And there we go. They got a 1st down. Just running the freeze.
Westmoore, jumps offside, and we will pick up another First National Bank 1st down as the line of scrimmage moves to the Jaguar 35.
Penalty moves the ball to the 35-yard line, results in a Tigers 1st down.
1st and 10, Broken Arrow at the Westmoore 35-yard line. 3:38 to go, opening quarter. Raines takes the snap, hands it off to Sanchez Banks, and that was Matthews. And that's swallowed up in the backfield by Sam Olad.
You know, that's the 3rd time we tried to run that play. And, you know, we go with -3 on this play. We went -2 on another play, and with plus 1 on the other. There's a play that they're seeing something, but I haven't seen it. They're able to stop it pretty effectively. They're just putting too many people in the line of scrimmage on the perimeter.
Loss of 4 on that one. 2nd and 14 from the Jaguar 39-yard line. Raines play fakes, bootlegs to his left, firing downfield, and it's broken up and almost intercepted. It was deflected by, I think, 21, Corey Wyatt. They were looking for Keller, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 15. Nice play by Dijon Simpkins to almost interflect that off the deflection. Intercept that.
Yeah, and I like the play call with a bootleg. You know, it's 2nd and long, running the bootleg. They're real susceptible to that. You know, a lot of times they went for the deeper route. I would just hit the short route and get yourself in a situation where it'd be 3rd and medium for your conversion.
3rd and 14 coming here from the Westmoore 39-yard line. 13-0 Broken Arrow, 2:54 to go, 1st quarter.
Ooh.
Hard count there, almost got the Jaguars offside. Instead, they bring pressure, and Devontae Frazier gets home and sacks Jake Raines. Frazier's a little shaken up, and the athletic training staff for Westmoore will come attend to him, but Frazier made a big sack, and it'll be 4th and very long. They'll spot it back at the 47-yard line, so it'll be 4th and, a whole bunch, 4th and 22.
Well, we knew they were blitzing. You know, because the first time they weren't in a man-free concept. You know, they lined up something unusual, and you can see them creeping. So we knew they were blitzing. And quarterback scrambles out a little too quick sometimes, and, of course, he had to a little bit on that. But we've got to understand that the blitz is there, and we've got to understand where our routes have to be.
The injured Jaguar is Devontae Frazier, a 5'9 senior, with 2 interceptions, tied for the team lead. And the athletic training staff is on the walkie-talkies, and I think they're signaling for a cart as the Machinery comes out from the east end zone to try and help Frazier off the field. We send our best to him. It'll be 4th and 23 coming out of the break.
Did we see what happened?
They're looking at
exactly.
They're looking at his lower leg. So I'm guessing when he brought down Reigns, he kind of
twisted it.
Maybe got twisted. Ryan, did you get a good look at that at all?
Well, because he was tackling Reigns down there, and I think he just twisted up. It looked like maybe it was low right side, maybe possibly knee or something like that. I mean, he was on his back, and it looked like they knew pretty quick that it was something where they wanted to pull out a cart or have somebody out there.
Ryan, thanks. We just took a look.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was knee or ankle, but something was abnormal there.
Yeah, it looked like Reigns, when he brought down Reigns, he landed on him.
Right.
And so
I'm not sure if it's the ankle.
It's hard to tell as a knee or ankle, but
yeah,
you kind of could see you couldn't see his facial reaction through his helmet, but just kind of his body language as he rolled over, he could tell something was hurting. And the athletic training staff got on the walkie-talkies in a hurry. So as they tend to Devontae Frazier, we'll take another timeout. 2:42 to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
From the first steps we take, we all have our own way of doing things. That's why we offer a wide variety of checking account options. So your money is ready, no matter what direction life happens to take you. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. Whether life is coming at you at kid speed or warp speed, we have 3 convenient locations, so you can take care of banking at your speed. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back to more as they are working to get the injured safety Devontae Frazier into the cart. We send our best to the injured Jaguars. It's some sort of
I think it's an ankle
leg.
the way they have it. Yeah, it's a lower leg
injury, and they were quick to attend to him. He went down kind of between the hash mark and the numbers on the Westmoore sideline. So the medical staff for Westmoore was out there in a hurry.
Yeah,
the
they did a good job.
Coming out of the timeout will be 4th and 23 for Broken Arrow. Tigers with the ball, backed up at the Westmoore 48-yard line. 2:42 to go in the first. Broken Arrow leading 13-0. The Tigers scored on their first 2 offensive drives. It was a Keon Barnett 42-yard touchdown catch on the opening drive, and then Westmoore fumbled the snap, so the Tigers took over at the Westmoore 9, used just 3 plays before Sanchez Banks snuck in a 1-yard touchdown to make it 13-0, as the entire Westmoore team is now leaving the sideline to come off to the cart to send their well wishes to Devontae Frazier. And Spav, you've been a coach for many, many years. You've seen a whole gamut of injuries. What can what effect can this have when you have a leader like that have to go down on a cart this early in the game?
Oh, it's huge. You feel for him too as a coach, because you know you never want any of your players to be seriously hurt. You know, in the game of football, you're going to have some injuries, but when you look at something of this nature, you don't wish that on anybody. And as a coach, you're just heartfelt for him, and you just want and the team needs to know that he's still with us, and we'll just go on and we'll fight for him.
His helmet is off, and they've got his ankle and his lower leg stabilized. And you can see that he's in a lot of pain as they're driving him off the field there. We're about ready to resume play where it'll be 4th and 23. Tyler Crawford is on for this punt, and we'll get our first look at just how strong this wind is, because Crawford has a cannon for a leg, but we'll see how they can punt it here. Andrew Metcalf is the return man for the Jaguars. He's waiting at his 15-yard line as we watch an ambulance with lights and sirens come pulling by the stadium, so I assume that's for the injured Jaguar. Crawford's kick is great into the wind. Metcalf calls for the fair catch and makes it at his 14-yard line. So a 34-yard punt into this wind. Pretty good effort from Tyler Crawford.
Yeah, I thought it was angled a little bit more, and I thought it was going to really hit in the coffin zone there, but it was a great punt in the wind.
Spotted at the 15-yard line, so officially a 33-yard punt, but still pretty darn good. Westmoore will come out for its 3rd drive of the game. And we'll see what impact, if any, that long delay had on the rhythm and the flow of this one. Dayton White out of the shotgun with Cabrian Grant. The single setback to his left. It's a play fake, a little RPO complete to Colby Phillips. Phillips has a little bit of a seam here across the 30, 35, 40 before he's ridden out of bounds by the Tigers.
Just had a missed tackle there. It was kind of an interesting play. They had 2 backs in the backfield and one motioned and just hit the one in the flat, just kind of like similar to a bootleg.
28-yard gain up to the Broken Arrow 43. This is White out of the shotgun under pressure. He's scrambling all over the place. He's going to be swallowed up and brought down. Zeno Marcaselli was the first man there. Brandon Barwig helped finish him off.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a decision quick. If he's going to come out of the pocket like that, he better throw it or he's going to get tackled.
Loss of about 1 brings up 2nd and 11. 1:48 to go, first quarter. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing. Dayton White out of the shotgun. Grant, the tailback, goes motion right. White steps up in the pocket under pressure. Has a man, it's dropped. Colby Phillips was all alone in the hole, like a hole in the zone there, and he just couldn't make the catch.
He's got to catch those things. I mean, he was wide open.
What'd you see on that one? Just a hole in the zone?
Yeah, I mean, we allowed him to drag all the way across the formation, and he just settled in a little zone there. Quarterback was scrambling a little bit, pocket threw it, hit him in the hands, and he drops it.
3rd down and 11 for the Jaguars from the Westmoore 42-yard line.
Got empty now.
4 wides to the right, 1 to the left. White takes the snap. He's pressured, steps up. He's going to try and run for it. He's across the 50. He's going to be short of the line to gain, and he's brought down by Parker Darnell at the BA 48-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play for Dayton White, but short of the chains. It'll be 4th and 1.
Yeah, they got to go for it. I mean, they need to get a first down. They need to get something going if they're going to hang into this game here.
1 minute to go in the first. 4th down and 1 for the Jaguars of Westmoore. Dayton White out of the shotgun, just going to keep it himself. Quarterback power. He has enough for the first down. He'll get to the 46-yard line, and it'll be first down Westmoore.
The quarterback's kind of gimped up a little bit. He's wearing a brace on his left knee, so he's been hurt somewhere down the line, and it's kind of affecting his running a little bit. He's a powerful runner, but when he got an open field, it's kind of difficult for him.
Empty set for the Jaguars here on 1st and 10 from the BA 46. 3 receivers right, high snap, bobbled by White. He's just going to be able to fall on it.
See, that was what was worrying me on that 4th down when he was in the gun, because this center is having trouble.
It's the 3rd snap-related issue we've had so far in the first quarter. Loss of 5 on that one. Will be 2nd and 15.
Because Corey Callens has his number. I can tell you that right now. He's either talking something to him or whatever, because he's got this guy snapping the ball all over the place.
Quarterback run here. It's Dayton White up the near side left across the 40. Bounds with 1 second to go in the first. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, he just kind of carried that thing on the outside there. I couldn't quite see. We were a man short there, and I couldn't figure out why.
Dayton White out of the gun. Josiah Hardrick is the single setback. He'll trade from offset left to offset right. H-back goes in motion, and now a false start.
On the center.
The center stood up and didn't snap the ball.
I know, man. I tell you what, he's having his issues with Corey. Corey's got his number.
I looked at that, and I said, that's 72. That's the center. My brain just didn't work all of a sudden, because when have you ever seen the center stand up without snapping the ball?
I know. And when he does snap it, it's about over the quarterback's head every time. Quarterback's got to be an athlete to catch the ball the way he's doing.
It's Trey Stewart. He's listed at 6'1", 285 pounds, so he's got some size to him, but he's having trouble with this Broken Arrow front as they're kind of pitching that A-gap right over him. And why wouldn't you? Another high snap, but White fields it. Back to pass, sets up, fires, has a man that's caught. That's Tyson Edwards. Edwards has first down yardage inside the 35 to the Broken Arrow 32. That's how the first quarter will end. It'll be Westmoore's ball at the Broken Arrow 32. When we come back, Tigers leading 13-0. This is Broken Arrow football.
Matthews Ford keeps your vehicle running right with Quick Lane. Try it and see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
The Folds of Honor provides much-needed scholarships to the dependents of KIA and disabled service members. The price of freedom is heavy, but we can carry it together. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps keep your vehicle running right in the Quick Lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice.
Welcome back to Moore, where the Broken Arrow Tigers lead Westmoore 13-0 after one quarter. Charlie Hannum, Steve Spavital, and Ryan Wyckoff with you on 97.1 FM, the Sports Animal, and on ArrowVision. If you're trying to find Thunder basketball in the preseason against the New Zealand Breakers, you can find that on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM. Don't forget, join us every Tuesday at 6:30 on the Animal for Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib. Coach Alexander and I will break down tonight's action and look ahead to next week's game against Edmond Santa Fe. It's Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib, Tuesdays at 6:30 on the Animal, or you can podcast it wherever you find your podcast by listening or searching for Broken Arrow Public Schools. Westmoore will travel into the wind now for the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 at the BA 32-yard line. Shotgun snap. Dayton White design quarterback run here. Will keep it, spins, and he's brought down by Darian Moss in the backfield. So quarterback run went nowhere there, Spep.
Well, I'm wondering why they ran that way. They had three wide way over here, stretched way over to the sideline. They were on the left hash, stretched over to the right side. I thought they were going to try to sneak something in on that side, but they just ran right into our strength.
Second down 12. They'll back it up to the 34-yard line. Dayton White out of the gun, comes up and having some play clock issues. It went to 0 before they reset it, so we're back ready to go here. They'll move the tailback in motion. They'll fire it to him. That's Hardrick, makes the catch out of the backfield. He gets to the 31 or 30 before he's brought down by Javian Franklin. They split the running back in motion. Spav, that's kind of the play we were dialing up at the Mexican place on the way down here. We said, what if we tried that one?
Well, they got a wideout that thinks he's they got a tight end that thinks he's a wideout, I guess, and he's in there, and it's throwing me off what he's doing. He's the one that dropped the ball.
Shotgun snap to White out of the empty set. He's going to fire this one. It's caught. Franklin spins off a man, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Westmoore. It's Tyson Edwards. bouncing off a Tiger tackler and finding the end zone for a 30-yard touchdown.
Well, you know, there again, I mean, he was wide open. You can tell our secondary has been devastated with injuries because we've got different personnel back there. We're trying different ones. It's just a new defensive unit out there. But there again, you know, of course there's a flag on the play, but there again, when you get into the red zone, we're not real effective right now.
So hold everything. The pink laundry foils the announcing crew again.
Holding.
It's a hold on the Jaguars, says referee Marcus Walker. And Coach Lorenzo Williams cannot be happy with that one.
No, that's huge. That was turning the game around to.
And that was nowhere near the play.
I know, and they're just.
It was a quick pass to the far side. Onward we go, 3rd and 24 here, high snap. White tried to ride out the play fake, and he is going to be swallowed up and sacked by Jalen Moss.
Yeah. Well, the thing I didn't understand on that play is here we are, 3rd and forever.
It was 3rd and forever. Now it's 4th and to Edmond.
Well, it was 3rd and forever. We squeezed they squeezed the formation, and then he runs a play-action pass. A play-action pass on 3rd and forever.
Well, and they rode the fake out even with the high snap, and you would have thought maybe with the high snap you should just bail on that and get her off. Punt is snapped back to Matthew Lopez, and this one will hit at the 32, take a Jaguar bounce down to the 24. No return for the Tigers. Not a bad punt, all things considered, with the conditions. Broken Arrow will start with it 1st and 10 at the Tiger 25-yard line.
Boy, that holding call was huge.
Oh,
I mean, here you're looking at 13-7 and 13-0. You know, I mean, you've really changed the momentum of the game because that was a nice drive going.
Tigers start at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Leading 13-0 with 9:46 to go in the first half. Shotgun snap to Jake Raines. He hands off to Sanchez Banks, and Banks was hit in the backfield but somehow fought forward for a couple. 11th carry of the game for Sanchez Banks. He's got a short 1-yard touchdown run.
And number 16, Sam Olajai.
Sam Olajai on the tackle for the
Well, we just
Jaguars.
ran a zone play. You know, we just run your typical zone, but, you know, they're penetrating really hard on the front.
The 27, Raines takes the snap, gives to Banks. He's met immediately again. So it'll be 3rd and long. Keyshawn Oliver and on the tackle for the Jags. 3rd and long for BA. Tiger offense 40% on 3rd downs for the season.
You know, but when you're 3rd and long like this, 3rd and 9, you know, these are tough to convert. I mean, we're just not doing a very good job on 1st down to get ourselves the efficiency we need.
8:40 to go first half. BA 13, Westmoore nothing. Tigers with the ball, 3rd and 9 at their own 26. Raines out of the gun. Has time. Now he's going to scramble. Across the 25-30, stretching for the line to gain. He's going to be short. Short by a yard. They've got him at the 34. He needed the 35.
Ball carrier. He's tackled by number 25,
But
Jordan Hampton.
he got out of that pocket quick. He stepped up and just took off running. I mean, we've got to be able to sit back and throw the ball.
Offense is still on the field for Broken Arrow. 4th down and 1. 8 minutes to go, second quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 34. Tigers need to get to the 35. Raines under center, takes the snap, gives to Sanchez Banks. He's got enough for the First National Bank first down, still on his feet. He rumbles all the way down to the 44-yard line. So give Banks 10 on 4th and 1, and a nice pickup there for the Tigers.
Well, that's what we should have done on 1st down before. Is just line it up and let's go.
The market at the 44 officially. Twins right, I formation. Raines fakes to the fullback, gives to Sanchez Banks. Banks with a nice cutback, stretching it outside the 40. He's inside Westmoore territory to the 39. Another First National Bank first down, and Sanchez Banks had a seam there.
Oh yeah, we're running twins formation with 2 backs. So we're just running a weak side power. And I tell you what, golly, our fullback did a fabulous job. Old Banning, golly, he's getting good back there.
Banning getting the start with Alex Arroyo out with a lower leg injury. This time it's a handoff to Michael Matthews. He's powering ahead.
Same play.
Following that block by Banning, you saw him on the top of your screen just manhandling his guy.
Number 21, Mason Elmore.
Matthews rumbles down to the 31, I believe. He's second and short. .6:43 to go, first half. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing. Second and 2 BA at the Westmoore 31-yard line.
Nice.
They give it back to Matthews.
And we just missed the cut right there.
Tackled by number 5, Dejan Simpkins.
Nice play. We're on the split zone, trying to cut it back. Really nice play because we overloaded the right side, ran the split zone back.
Officially no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Tigers 1 of 5 on 3rd down tonight. Pre-snap trade. Banning the fullback, and this is a handoff to the tailback, Sanchez Banks. Banks is waiting for a crease, still rumbling forward. They push the pile all the way down to the 23-yard line. A First National Bank first down, and good patience there to just keep that moving.
Well, I'm telling you, you look at our offensive coordinator, he probably has a call sheet with 500 plays on it, but I guarantee you all he needs to do is run one. I mean, that's all we need to run. They cannot stop our power.
Timeout on the field. The Jaguars will try and figure some stuff out here. 5:52 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow 13, Westmoore nothing, but the Tigers on the move, try and get more. This is Broken Arrow football.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. But we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
With kids, life is one big adventure. That's why you need a strong financial partner you can count on, like TTCU Federal Credit Union. Right now, you could get $150 when you open a new TTCU checking account. And every time you use your School Pride debit card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
My name is Abigail.
Welcome back to Moore School Stadium, where Broken Arrow leads Westmoore 13-0 with 5:52 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 Tigers from the Westmoore 23-yard line. This will be the 9th play of the Broken Arrow drive. Toss right to Michael Matthews. He's got a seam, cuts it back inside the 20. Nice quick hitter there for about 6, and the Tigers are back in the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone.
Very nice, very nice. 6-yard gain. Possibly, but it was quite unusual because they're crashing in pretty hard on that power. We're trying to stop that power, and then just that changeup right there really helped.
Spotter Sean Morgan's got the binocular 9,000 up there and says the wind's so strong, the ball's moving on the turf before the snap. It's pretty impressive. Here is a handoff to Michael Matthews, and he's got a seam, and he's got a touchdown. Michael Matthews pounds it in from 17 yards out.
What's quite unusual, too, is they didn't even really cover the number 2 receiver. They had everybody in the box, and he just made a great cut and a great run.
Michael Matthews, a 5'9" sophomore, with a nice debut for the Tigers tonight.
Very nice run.
Bryce Machota is holding for the Tigers. It used to be Isaiah Keller. Machota will hold this one. Snap spot. The left-footed extra point from Tyler Crawford is up, and it is good. 5:11 to go, first half. It's Broken Arrow 20, Westmoore nothing.
See, that again is how huge that holding penalty was for them.
For just joining us, a holding penalty wiped out a 30-yard touchdown pass for the Jaguars. After that, it was a sack. It was 4th and 1,000,000. Westmoore had to punt. The Tigers go 9 plays to the house.
Parents take great care with their children, even through the medical program.
Let's go down to Ryan Wyckoff.
You know, on that last drive, saw Coach A talking to the offensive line, so looks like they may have made a few adjustments to get that running play going through. Also, the jackets have been broken out. 2 big tubs came out behind the team, and have those blue jackets, or they had these big BA jackets. It is getting frigid out here, so the players are covering up when they're not on the field.
All of a sudden, fall is here. Thanks, Ryan, as the ambulance is starting to slowly drive away. I believe Devontae Frazier, the injured safety for the Jaguars, will be in there on the way to get checked out, and hopefully it's nothing too serious and he can get back on the field quickly. Tyler Crawford's ready to kick this off for the Tigers. Andrew Metcalf back with Dylan Taylor. Spav, I'm guessing not much of a return as Crawford has the wind at his back now.
I know.
But we'll see. Here's the run up, and the left-footed kick is a driving one up, and this is not returnable.
No, nice.
And a flag at the line.
That means we're offside. Is that what that is?
Well, that seems to be the situation, and that's confirmed by our referee. And hard to see how that can happen when chances are so likely that Crawford's just going to boot this into the end zone for no return anyway. Excuse me.
No, I know. Well, he'll still kick it in the end zone.
3rd penalty of the game for the Tigers. Westmoore also has been penalized 3 times tonight. Broken Arrow up to 180 yards of offense compared to 49 for the Jaguars. So we'll back up 5. Crawford will kick it from the Westmoore's returners are waiting at about their 13-yard line. Apparently they haven't watched much film of Tyler Crawford. I'd be standing right on the end line and cut forward at the ball blows off the tee. As the back judge kind of saunters over like he was going to help Crawford replace the ball, and then he says, you got it under control.
Well, we can see if the white hat can get out of the way of this one.
They'll bring Josiah Holiday over to hold this one for Crawford. Crawford's second kick from the 35 is a driving kick into the with the wind. It will be returned from the 5. That's Dylan Taylor.
Good play.
Great coverage by the Tigers. Taylor's going to get swallowed up at about the 15-yard line. It was Mason Garrett on the coverage for the Tigers.
By number 43, Mason Garrett.
Just a 10-yard return.
Great coverage.
You know, it's funny, the offside penalty actually gave the Tigers better field position than if they would have just kept it with the touchback.
I know. Well,
I mean, those are just things that you don't think would ever happen.
Well, the biggest problem it has the return guys. They back up to catch the ball. You should actually get under it and work forward.
That's what we were talking about. Interesting setup there. 1st and 10, Westmoore from the Jaguar 15. Play action pass, Dayton White, complete, near side right. This is Colby Phillips, and he's got all sorts of room. 40, 30, 20. Machota's trying to catch him, and he won't. Touchdown, Westmoore. An 85-yard touchdown from Dayton White to Colby Phillips.
That's the guy who dropped the ball a while ago, too. Just a missed tackle with the corner.
Nice block by Andrew Metcalf, too, to get that seal.
Yeah, right.
After the catch, and then it was off to the races for Colby Phillips.
See, there again, the holding call. Look what happened. You'd be looking at 2014 right now.
6th touchdown catch of the season for Colby Phillips as Westmoore brings out the swinging gate, and now they'll run a lineman off and have to do some substitutions, so it must have been an equipment issue there, as they'll trot 72 Stewart out. Swinging gate formation is usually code for we don't have a reliable place kicker, but you never know. So now they'll have Ashton House line up to kick the PAT out of the hold of Dayton White, the starting quarterback. Snap, spot. White's extra point is up, and it is good. 4:48 to go, first half. Broken Arrow 20, Westmoore 7. This is Broken Arrow football.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Welcome back to Moore, where the Westmoore Jaguars just got on the board with an 85-yard touchdown catch by Colby Phillips. It's 20-7 Broken Arrow. John Connor's kickoff is away and caught the Tigers off guard. It will go out of bounds, though, just inside the pylon. So
wow.
Somehow he kicked it where Broken Arrow did not have a returner, but it hops out of bounds at the 2, and so great field position coming for BA as they'll march this one up to the 35-yard line. The Tigers have started their drives this season at an average of their own 43-yard line. Opponents have started at an average of their own 21. So with about 50 drives on the season, we're looking at 1,200 some extra yards just in the field position battle.
Yes,
you don't think
there's
that
no
adds
doubt.
up, holy cow.
And you know, as I've said before, that's huge.
Sanchez Banks, the tailback, low snap, bobbled. Jake Raines picks it up off the turf and looked for a hole, and he'll just turtle down after a loss of 1.
Like we talked about before, the starting field position. You know, if you start from the 15, they start at the 25. I mean, there's 25 yards difference. I mean, that adds up each time.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. 4:20 to go, first half. Broken Arrow 20, Westmoore 7. And off to Banks. Seam up the middle. Banks gets all the way to the 44. Close to the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and short on a tough run by Sanchez Banks.
Yeah, it was a great run. Get his head up. He'll be able to see things downfield, because with this offensive line, he's going to have some openings.
3rd and 1, Tigers. Raines takes the snap, hands it off to Sanchez Banks. Banks has enough for the first down and more across the 50 inside Westmoore territory to the 48. The First National Bank first down.
We're kind of hurrying up a little bit. We got 3:40 left. We're okay. We got 2 timeouts. We're in good shape.
Line of scrimmage is the Jaguar 48-yard line. Raines under center, I formation, gives to Banks. Banks hit at the line. He'll be lucky if he gets 1.
I've been running a split zone there. They just put a lot of penetration on it. I'm telling you, like we said, they're taking a lot of chances. They're putting a lot of people in the line of scrimmage. They're doing things a lot abnormal than you normally see. Them shooting and penetrating as quick as they can. And it's difficult to run a zone scheme against teams that do that.
2nd and 9 coming here from the Jaguar 47-yard line. 2:50 to go, first half. Broken Arrow 20, Westmoore 7. Blitz coming from the Jaguars. Tigers complete the pass anyway to Isaiah Keller, near side left. Keller has a seam, 20, 10 to the house, but there's 3 pink flags
at
the 45-yard line. So
Golly.
Back that one up.
Well, we had it too because they blitzed off the wide side of the field. They blitzed a secondary guy there, and I'm telling you, we were 2-on-2, and they had a guy off the line of scrimmage coming, so he missed that tackle. And the other guy just held him.
Holding, Broken Arrow.
We've had some interesting penalties that have wiped out some big plays in this first half.
That was a good call, a good play. Even though they're blitzing off the field, we caught them a man short, and we've got to be able to attack that. And we did. We attacked it, but we've got to have no penalties when we do that.
Fourth penalty of the game for Broken Arrow. Backs it up, 2nd and 17 from the BA 45-yard line. 2:37 to go. Wildcat formation here. Keller will take the snap, and he's going to run it to the right side. Sanchez Banks is out in front of him, and look at Rame doing a great job leading the way. Not a whole lot there, about, 4 or 5 across the 50.
That's still dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got one of our top athletes out in space.
It was better than
with our top offensive lineman.
Yeah, it's a gain of 6. It's better than I thought. I just had misjudged the original line of scrimmage after the penalty. So still 3rd down and a long 11. 2:05 to go first half. Tigers back to a traditional shotgun look with Jake Raines in at quarterback, twins left, single receiver right. Raines back to pass, has time, fires over the middle. That's caught by Torrey Dillard. Dillard has enough for the first down inside the 35 to the 34.
Now we're running a pass offense now. This is impressive right now. You're just running an out curl in there, but you're reading a combination. You got a combination to read.
First National Bank first down, 1st and 10, BA at the Westmoore 34-yard line. 1:40 to go first half. Broken Arrow 20, Westmoore 7.
There's your bootleg.
Jake Raines runs it to Sanchez Banks here. Banks stretching back toward that Tiger sideline, still on his feet, spins across the 25. He'll be brought down near the 20. Great run by Sanchez Banks, enough for another First National Bank first down.
Yeah, that was a nice run. It ended up being a split zone. I thought it was going to be a bootleg there.
19th carry of the first half for Sanchez Banks. He's on the first 10 at the 21-yard line. 1:22 to go first half. Clock running. Broken Arrow with 2 timeouts remaining. Raines under center, play fake. He's going to bootleg to his left, looking downfield, being chased by Westmoore. Scrambles back to his right, and he's just going to go down. Coverage sack there for the Jaguars, a team sack, as there was about 4 Jaguars on him, and a flag comes in the defensive backfield.
Raines, the ball carrier, he is down to the 25-yard line.
Marcus Walker's got a block in the back on the Tigers.
Broken Arrow.
The play originally was a loss of 4. So instead of 2nd and 14, it'll be 1st and 25, as they're going to parade this one all the way back to the 36-yard line. 35 is where they'll mark it.
Penalty moves the ball
first
back
down
to the
at 24.
1st and 24.
They don't even have anybody on number 2 receiver out there.
Jake Raines out of the gun. He's going to throw it. Firing deep. Has a man. That's caught. Keon Barnett inside the 15, close to the line to gain. We'll see where they spot him.
Keon Barnett.
It's really close on that far side. They're going to take another look at it. I think they were initially signaling, and Coach Alexander will spend a timeout. Give Barnett 23 yards on that catch. It'll be 2nd and 1 at the 12 with 48 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, the sad thing is they didn't even cover him. They had nobody on him, and he just ran down the field, and then they had a linebacker chasing him.
Let's go down to Ryan for more on Isaiah Keller. Ryan?
Yeah, just a few plays ago, whenever Keller ran that wildcat formation, I did notice he had a little bit of maybe a stinger on his back. He took 2 plays off there when Dillard had that catch, and even that last play, he almost acted like he knew that ball wasn't coming to him, and so he's maybe a little bit slower, but looks to be running fine and stuff like that. But may just be something to look out for. See if he's not full speed for the next couple plays.
All right, Ryan, thanks. And Spav, that makes sense as they went to Machota as the holder on that last PAT.
Yes.
That's normally Keller's job, so that kind of was
I noticed
was
it
sign
too.
number 1 that he might be less than 100% as they try and rest him up. Keller had such a great game for the Tigers last week. Interception on defense, 4 catches on offense, 3 carries on.
We overused him.
Yeah, he did everything.
Which is awesome. We need to do that more often. But I saw what Ryan did too. On that last one he was tackled and it looked like he was holding his back a little bit. So he's tweaked something in there pretty good.
Ready to get back underway here. 2nd and 1 Tigers. Ball at the Westmoore 12-yard line. 48 seconds to go here with Broken Arrow leading 20-7, trying to get some more. Keller is out there on the top of your screen, far side right. They hand it off to Sanchez Banks, trying to rumble forward for that first down, and they're going to mark him
short.
The guy on the near side by the chains has him short. The guy on the near side, though, says move it for a first down. So Marcus Walker says first down. First National Bank first down. And the clock continues to run here. 31 seconds to go. Now inside 30. Handoff to Banks again. Follows his blockers. Cuts down inside the 10 to the 6. 27 seconds to go. And now they do stop the clock, so it's like the clock guy is trying to play a little makeup here. We'll take it. No calls. Raines under center. Takes the snap. Gives to Sanchez Banks. Banks has a seam, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's great. I tell you what, we did a great job getting up on the ball and snapping the ball without using that last timeout. That was really effective. We just got up there and went after it.
It was a 6-yard touchdown run by Sanchez Banks, his 2nd of the game, and he just followed his crease. And
God, we could have ran that, Charlie.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
He could have scored from 90 yards out.
Yeah, strong side power. Just really did a nice job in there. I love the tempo of the way we got on the ball and did some things.
Referee Marcus Walker is over on the near side discussing something with the line judge Archie Chappell. And now he's going to get in place for the PAT. Again, Machota replacing Keller as the holder. Tyler Crawford, the Tiger kicker. Snap spot. Kick is up, and it is good. 26 seconds to go in the first half. It's Broken Arrow 27, Westmoore 7. Nice long touchdown drive there by Broken Arrow, capped off by a Sanchez Banks 6-yard score.
Well, I believe
third
we
touchdown
had,
of the season.
How much we had? We had about 340-something seconds. So that was a nice drive, really nice drive.
The drive started with 4:48 to go in the half.
Okay.
So 4 minutes and 22 seconds based on my J-School math. Mom would be proud. Son of an accountant and a finance guy in the math school somehow were there, and then they just disappear. Add everything with a calculator now, and you don't need them. Tyler Crawford will kick this one off with the wind at his back. You can see some hot dog wrappers or something blowing around, one on the turf there, and there's another one fluttering in the sky. It's like you're flying a kite on a beach, except it's a hot dog wrapper. And
well, there again,
who knows?
Their return guys are on the 10-yard line. So you need to be able to come forward when you catch the ball, not backwards.
The other interesting thing is they're not standing at the same yard line. They're a couple yards staggered. As Tyler Crawford comes up with a left-footed kick, it's driving close to the goal line, and it will hit in the end zone. No return.
Through the end zone, and it will result in a touchback. Westmoore will begin 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's just going down the ball, get it ready.
You never know. It only took the Jaguars one play to score on that last drive. Who knows what Coach Lorenzo Williams will dial up here.
No.
You're right, though. Conventional wisdom says let's just sit on it and regroup, but
they need to.
We talked about Coach Zoe's aggressive. You never know. This is not victory formation here for Westmoore. 2 receivers left, 2 right, and Coach Alexander runs all the way for his timeout. Says, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, we're.
Timeout, Broken Arrow.
Ryan, what'd you see down there?
Yeah, it looked like one of the Tigers was coming in late, and the Moore was about to snap that ball. So Coach came over here to the sideline ref and made sure that we didn't get a penalty on that play.
Makes sense, and with Westmoore connecting on those long pass, not necessarily a long pass,
no,
but
it was a little out route that one. Yeah.
When they've got those numbers with the matchups with the multiple receivers, you can't be a guy short because you're going to be in trouble in a hurry.
They're just taking a little advantage with our beat-up secondary. We're playing a lot of young men out there, and it's just tough. It's hard to make them complete players just right off the bat.
Congratulations to Randall King's softball team. Big blowout win today in regionals to head on to the state tournament. Good luck to the Tiger softball team. Here we go on 1st and 10. White finds his man. That's the tailback, Cabrian Grant. He gets out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Clock stops, 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Broken Arrow leading Westmoore 27-7. Sanchez Banks, the player of the first half, 22 carries, 130 yards, 2 scores. Referee Marcus Walker had a penalty of some sort against the Jaguars on that one. Man, these pink flags, they're tough. It's just,
I know.
You're not looking for them. They blend in, and it's just, with the pink tape on the ankles, it's, who knows? Anyway, they got holding on the Jaguars. 4th penalty of the game for Westmoore, so back it up to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, we've got a man under look scheme here, so they're going to have a hard time.
Hand off to Grant. Grant is going to be hit and brought down. All sorts of Tigers in there on that one.
Great job. That should be it right there, halftime.
That's how the first half will end. Broken Arrow, impressive early and often, 27-7 Tigers at the half. We'll catch up with Coach Alexander as we get ready to start the third quarter. Timeout here and more. Back with the halftime show after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
From the first steps we take, we all have our own way of doing things. That's why we offer a wide variety of checking account options. So your money is ready, no matter what direction life happens to take you. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put
Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Broken Arrow Public Schools kickoff. Wow, was this amazing, and please show them one more time our appreciation for this morning.
And that's an interception for Miles Slusher. He could go 20, 10, 5, house. A defensive touchdown for Broken Arrow. Another one.
They gon' have to hold me back, hey. They gon' have to hold me back, yeah. Really on guard, yeah. Really on guard, yeah. They gon' have to hold me back, yeah. Really on guard, yeah. Really on guard, yeah.
Welcome to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. This is home. Across 27 school sites that cover 115 square miles, you'll find excellence lives here. Let me show you why.
We embrace the responsibility of our calling.
Being a teacher is what I was born to do. There's no greater honor than shaping the next generation.
My job is to make sure our schools are safe, so our students feel comfortable to learn. I was born to serve.
We are passionate about learning.
Here at Broken Arrow High School, we have over 200 electives.
29 AP courses and 5 pre-AP courses.
And career pathways to prepare each student for life beyond BA.
We consistently seek new ways to lead and follow our students into the future. Whether it's Oklahoma's first girls wrestling program or finding new ways to teach our kids, we will never apologize for being bold and doing what's right.
We are a student-focused, relationship-driven school district. We're teaching kids so much more than just the core subjects. It's important for us to serve our students with kindness, compassion, and empathy. We know that every day we have a chance to create a moment that can change someone's life forever.
We celebrate and find strength in our diversity.
Championship teams don't have 120 players that are exactly the same. It takes people with different skill sets from different walks of life, all coming together toward that common goal.
Our story is just getting started. How will you write the next chapter?
If you're new here, welcome home.
Excellence lives here.
As soon as you win the state championship, you start getting calls and emails and brochures sent to you from all these ring companies. We'd already talked for a long time that the first one we got here at BA, it was going to be the biggest thing we could find. Right? It was going to be the biggest ring we could get. After we picked a company, after we got the prices in from 3 different companies, and we picked a company, we went back and forth with our design team several times. One of the things we wanted to make sure we got on there was the 13-0 record. That's one of the things, obviously, besides the state championship, that we're most proud of. You know, we wanted to make this a celebration for the community, right, for our administration, for our school, right, and then to honor the kids. It's a big deal anytime you win a state championship in any sport, right? But, you know, being football, being the first one, you know, we want to blow it out of the water, and I think we did that. You know, I think we had, 500 people there.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. But we all know Matthews Ford helps keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
With kids, life is one big adventure. That's why you need a strong financial partner you can count on, like TTCU Federal Credit Union. Right now, you could get $150 when you open a new TTCU checking account. And every time you use your School Pride debit card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there's life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
From the first steps we take, we all have our own way of doing things. That's why we offer a wide variety of checking account options. So your money is ready, no matter what direction life happens to take you. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. Whether life is coming at you at kid speed or warp speed, we have 3 convenient locations, so you can take care of banking at your speed. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Matthews Ford keeps your vehicle running right with Quick Lane. Try it and see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
The Folds of Honor provides much-needed scholarships to the dependents of KIA and disabled service members. The price of freedom is heavy, but we can carry it together. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org.
Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Broken Arrow Public Schools kickoff. Wow, was this amazing? And our students, can we please show them one more time our appreciation for this morning?
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the Quick Lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
With kids, life is one big adventure.
Welcome back to more Charlie and Spav with you here on 97.1 FM The Animal and on Vision as Westmoore Marching Band is still on the field as part of the halftime goings on. They're going on here and more. And Spav, what jumps out at you from that first half?
Well, possession time, one thing is we were able to take the ball and just run the power and be real effective with the running game all the way down. I was real impressed with the last drive with 4 minutes left and the way we could hurry up to the line of scrimmage and run the power and do things, and just real impressed with that, the way we're running the football. You know, we're throwing the ball to different receivers right now, which is, you know, we've thrown the ball in 5 games to 2 receivers basically. And now we're hitting several receivers now. And just doing a lot better job with that. Possession time, powers. We still need to work on our conversions. We're not real good on our conversions as far as third down and all this. But we need to really work on that. And that's all being more efficient on first down. You know, we're trying some different things now. We're not really doing conventional football, what we normally do. We're trying some different things, some different looks, see how it's going to work. We need to see it on film, and so we can practice it, you know, evaluate it, do what we need to do. But then we need to really understand that that's what's happening on first down, so our conversion rate is going to be a little bit lower than normal. but I'm just seeing something. I just would like to see the screen to our running back. I think we need to really add that into our vocabulary with our offense, and other than that, we should be pretty good. I tell you, our defense is playing well, but we're just giving up some big plays with the injuries that we've been having in the back end, and it's showing. It's showing quite a bit right now.
One other game in the district on this Thursday night special. Norman leads Edmond Memorial 14-0 at the half. The Bulldogs are 0-5 on the season. The game to watch tomorrow will be Union at Putnam City North. PC North 5-0 on the year. Union struggling to just a 1-4 mark. That game is on the road down here on the west side. So, man, it's going to be a challenge for Union, isn't it?
I know. Union's like struggling right now. I think it has some injuries and stuff, but they're really struggling. And they let a Mustang team beat them, which can allow a West team to beat you, when you're predominantly one of the top in the state. So this is probably the worst record a Union team's had, and I can't remember how long.
3 home losses will not sit well either. Here are the other matchups in our district coming up. These games all tomorrow. Edmond Santa Fe will host Enid. The Plainsmen are still struggling in the transition to 6A1. They're 0-5. Santa Fe's 3-2. UConn will travel to Jenks. Both of those teams are 2-3. On the other side of the state, Southmore visits Mustang. Edmond North is here to take on Moore. And Norman North will travel to take on number 1, Owasso. Our score here in Moore, it's Broken Arrow 27, Westmoore 7. The marching band is clearing the field, and the Tigers are making their way back out on the field. We'll take a quick break, back with the third quarter after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals, great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
With kids, life is one big adventure. That's why you need a strong financial partner you can count on, like TTCU Federal Credit Union. Right now, you could get $150 when you open a new TTCU checking account. And every time you use your School Pride debit card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back to Moore when the Tigers lead Westmoore 27-7 halftime. Little long here with some senior night festivities and the marching band, but Charlie Hanema, Steve Spavital, and Ryan Wyckoff back with you here down in Moore. We'll catch up with Coach Alexander here in just a few minutes. Spav, Coach A is ready to go with Ryan, I believe. Nope, still looking for him. So, Spav, what do you look for here in this third quarter?
Well, I just think consistency is what we need to look for. Is we need to find things. We've had multiple formations. We've done some things differently. So now it's like, let's just iron things out. Let's work on consistency. No penalties, no bad snaps and things of that sort. No lost yardage. Let's just work on our consistency to make this a really good, important half for us.
Teams are back on the field warming up for half number 2. And it is now a pitch black sky. That wind continuing to howl down there in the end zone. Man, all the folks that came up to the booth at halftime were freezing. So
I know.
That's your unofficial weather report. We're great in here.
We used to have a lot of room up here, but now it's like everybody's up here now.
Coach Alexander just, I believe, finished up a television interview, and he's walking back across the field to the Tiger sideline. So when he gets a chance to catch up with Ryan, we'll throw it down to him. Tigers will kick to start the third quarter. Let's go down to Ryan with Coach Alexander.
Hey, Coach, talk me through that first half.
Yeah, obviously we loved it. We got a 3-score lead, and we did what we talked about. As far as starting fast, we did that. We did a great job coming out of the tunnel. We're still make some silly mistakes, both offensively and defensively. So we'd love to clean that up. But we got a sophomore playing corner. We got a young guy, first time ever carrying the ball at running back, and so. You expect a few mistakes, but let's see if we can play sharp here to start the second half.
All right, Coach. Does any of that weather have any play on your guys, whether it's on the sidelines or kicking game or anything?
Yeah, the wind's got a big effect on all our decision making. Go for it on fourth down or not, right? Because the wind, kickoffs, how we're doing that, whether to go for it on fourth down. So, the wind's blowing pretty hard out of the north. It seems like it's actually picked up since the first half, so it's going to be a big factor here in the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach. Have a great.
Ryan, thank you. That wind is definitely howling. You could hear it down there on the field. Latest reports we have gusting out of the north up to 25 miles an hour.
Wow.
So that definitely can.
It is a factor, especially in your special teams. He said both offense and defense. I mean, it's going to affect more our defense and our offense because we can line up and run the football very effectively. So
Westmoore struggled to run it, as we mentioned in the halftime stats. -1 rushing yards, 141 yards through the air for a total of 140. Penalties in the first half, Broken Arrow 5 for 48. Westmoore had 4 for 37 yards. Tigers had 14 first downs. Westmoore had just 4. After what felt like a 7.5-hour halftime break, we're ready to go for the third quarter. Broken Arrow leading Westmoore 27-7. Tyler Crawford will kick this off with the wind at his back. Andrew Metcalf and Dylan Taylor back to return for Westmoore. We'll see if they adjust any strategery at halftime as the ball blows off the tee again here. It's interesting that nobody from the press box at Westmoore has said, the guy kicks it all the way into the end zone. Maybe we should try backing up to the end line and catch it running forward.
Well, it's like an outfielder in baseball throwing home.
Yeah, it's all about momentum.
You have to square up, and you have to field it a yard in front of you so you can step forward. And that allows your momentum to go forward, and that's what they need to do.
Tyler Crawford boots the kickoff, and that one is into the end zone again, no return.
But see, that could have been returned.
It could have been if they caught it on the fly. Yeah, there was a chance there, but no return. Westmoore drives have started at the the 20, the 13, the 14, the 15, and the 20. So not great field position. We talk about that field position battle, and the averages are playing out again exactly. Broken Arrow drive starting at the 43 and Westmoore at the 21. That's exactly how things have gone all season. 1st and 10, Jaguars. Trips left, single receiver right. Dayton White out of the gun, drops back, has time, now feeling the pressure, fires, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Metcalf. There were all sorts of Tigers around him, incomplete. Flag, though, on the play.
Yeah, had plenty of time to throw the football.
There's going to be a roughing the passer on the Tigers.
I missed that one. But he had plenty of time to throw the football, but the routes were still shallow. I don't understand the concept there, but obviously they have been doing a good job with it. But with our secondary, you're allowing them to make a play on the ball.
15-yard penalty. We'll move it to the 35, where it'll be 1st and 10. Motion hit the snap, hits the motion man, and luckily it's Colby Phillips who obviously had the awareness to say something hit me in the leg and fell on it.
That's that daggum tight end, that wide receiver that thinks he's a tight end.
He's got an 85-yard touchdown
I
catch,
know.
so whatever position you want to call him.
And he had some speed to him,
Yeah,
too.
he's doing something. They ran that short motion, and it's been interesting. There's been a number of snap things, and the Tigers have had some snap issues too. So
I know. Corey Callens is just like killing the center.
2nd and 16 here for Westmoore. That snap was off to the right, but White gathers it. Now he's firing, has a man. That's Phillips across the 50, near side right, across the 40. Jalen Johnson will force him out of bounds at the 38.
That's my guy right there.
Injured Tiger on the field. Back at the 40, it's Darian Moss. He's back up and walking off under his own power, but he'll be met by the athletic training staff.
Yeah, he may have.
Looks like maybe a shoulder for Moss. They'll help him off the field, but it's a big gain down to the 38-yard line. And Colby Phillips doesn't have a whole lot of catches, but when he hauls him in, he's got big yards.
Yeah, it's like he ran an out route. It wasn't there, and the quarterback just held on the ball a little bit, and he kind of turned it up, and it had a little pocket right there.
First down, Westmoore at the Broken Arrow 38-yard line. 11:05 to go, third quarter. Broken Arrow 27, Jaguars 7. A whistle before the snap and a flag comes in. Looks like Tigers were in the neutral zone. Seventh penalty of the game for Broken Arrow. Tigers averaged 54 yards per game on the season. They're over that tonight. They're at 68 now. Dayton White calls for the shotgun snap, splits his tailback out. Motion left, pump fake. He's under pressure. He gets away from Jalen Moss. White is scrambling, but Choda's got him. And he'll have some help bringing him down, but not before Dayton White gets inside the 28-yard line and has a Jaguar first down at the 27.
He had a lot of pressure, instant pressure on him. So that forced him out of the pocket, and he stepped up in the pocket, actually, and just made the yardage he needed to.
Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Westmoore. Tailback motion left again. White fire over the middle. Coverage by Mason Garrett. They were looking for Colby Phillips again. Ball's incomplete.
Well, I thought we were going to get that one.
They're starting to lean toward Phillips a lot on this drive.
Yeah, they're moving him around a lot. See, right now he's number 2 receiver here.
Bottom of your screen on AeroVision, this is a handoff, and it goes nowhere. Swallowed up by Jalen Moss. Ball popped free, but he was down. It was Cabrian Grant on the carry. Loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Marcus Selly was there. It's
Darian Moss, 11, is back on the field for the Tigers, so that's good to see. He's at that outside linebacker spot there on the right about in the middle of your picture. 3rd and 13 here for Westmoore. Line of scrimmage is the Broken Arrow 30.
We got Andrew Raym there now, so.
Here's White.
Oh,
back to pass, firing. It looks like it was tipped at the line. It'll fall incomplete. Andrew Raym brought the heat. And that one kind of knuckled out of there as Raym got one of his big paws on it. It'll be 4th and 13.
Yeah, he just came off the football and just kept going.
Wholesale personnel changes come in here for the Tigers. It'll be 4th and long. Westmoore going into the win, so nothing really to do except go for it here. 9:29 to go, 3rd quarter. Broken Arrow 27, Westmoore 7. Charlie Hannum, Steve Spavital, Ryan Wyckoff with you for a Thursday night special. If you're looking for Thunder basketball, you can find it on AM 1550 and 99.9 FM. 4th and 13 from the 30. Dayton White out of the gun. Rolls to his left. Now scrambles back to his right under pressure. He's trying to find a crease. Escapes a diving tackler. He loses his footing. He's going to be close to the line to gain. A late flag comes in. Looks like a blindside block came in on on Corey Williams, and he's kind of slow to get up. That flag looks like it came from the 10th row of the crowd. It was well behind the play. Personal foul on the Jaguars, so
Williams is.
But is it a first down? Does it matter?
Williams is on the ground.
It was. If they're gonna, that's the thing. Is if they're going to say it's during the play, then I don't think it would be a first down.
Yeah.
If it was after the play, then they'll give them the first down. They'll back it up 15. But I think that was part of the play. So, yeah, they signaled personal foul. They didn't signal dead ball. So they're going to back this one up, and it will still be fourth down.
Yeah.
Corey Williams is being helped off the field by athletic trainers Daniel Stewart and Grace Warren, and hopefully he's okay because he's so crucial to that Tigers secondary, which has been banged up already.
You know, I'm glad they're making these calls now, these blindside calls, because it's just, a lot of people are saying, well, it's taking away the football game. Well, you're not taking away the football game. You're just helping these kids with injuries, unnecessary injuries.
They mark it back at the 33. It'll be 4th and 16 now. Trips left for Westmoore, single receiver right. Now they flare out the tailback, so there's 4 receivers over there on that far side. Dayton White takes the shotgun snap, under pressure, steps up, firing, and he bounced it. He was looking for Tyson Edwards, and he bounced past it, and it's incomplete. Tigers take over on downs.
Good job, good job. This was huge for us because, we haven't been real successful in the red zone, all year really. And it's nice to see that. We need to be more effective in the red zone.
Michael Matthews comes out at tailback, broken arrow. 7 carries for 39 yards, a touchdown in the first half of his Tiger debut. 1st and 10 BA from the Tiger 33. This is a handoff to Matthews. He's got a nice seam, pushes out to the far side outside the hash. He's across the 40, still on his feet, 45-50. They'll mark him down inside the 50. A nice gain by Michael Matthews. They'll give him 18 down to the Westmoore 49.
Yeah, that was a great seam we had there. He's running a little bit off tackle now, a little wider. This is like a stretch play we're talking about, and that's just because they're loading the box so much. They're putting so many people in the box and trying to penetrate that has taken away a lot of some of the other other plays that we have.
Nice block by Rame. Nice block by Mitchell Banning to kick out that linebacker. This is a handoff to Sanchez Banks. Straight ahead for a couple. Be second.
And there again, that's that penetration they're having. That penetration is what's stopping that play.
Tackled by 66, Ethan Stuber.
If I didn't know better, I'd say it's set up for a little screen. A little dunk
yeah,
over
bootleg.
the top here.
The bootleg's there all the time.
2nd and 9 from the 48. 7:53 to go. Third quarter. Broken Arrow 27, Westmoore 7. Raines hands it off to Sanchez Banks, and the Sanchez has some room. 30, 20 on the far side, 15. He's forced out of bounds inside the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone.
Good run. Nice run. If you just see that seam there, he just follows down. He just sees it. He's getting
Coach
better.
is yelling to go quick.
15th, First National Bank, first down of the game for the Tigers. 1st and 10, BA at the 14. Hands off to Banks. He bounces off a defender who was pancaked down to the ground, so he had to get out of his way. Banks fights down inside the 10 to about the 8.
They're tempoing the run game just like they did before half. 2nd 4 here. They're getting a little tired.
2nd and 4 from the 8. Hand off to Banks. Cutback, and he's going to score. Nice cutback by Sanchez Banks. 3rd touchdown of the game.
I think we found us a little running back right here. He's getting better each time he carries that football. He's starting to see things. He's getting his head up. He's following his blocking. He sees where he needs to go, makes a good decision, good cut. Perfect. He sees it.
Crawford on for the extra point. Bryce Machota still holding. Snap spot, left foot extra point. Up and good. 7:04 to go in the third. Broken Arrow 34, Westmoore 7. This is Broken Arrow football.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because you're spinal fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds.
Welcome back to more 34-7 Broken Arrow. Our score, 7:04 to go, third quarter. Sanchez Banks is up to 179 rushing yards on the game on 26 carries. He came into tonight with 196 yards for the season, so about to double up his season total. Sanchez Banks doing a great job stepping up with Keewan Tolbert out with an injury tonight.
I just like what I'm seeing with that young man. I'm seeing him really follow his blocking. He's hitting the hole hard. He's seeing, he's getting his head up and he's seeing where he needs to go better. And that's just not something that's easy for everybody to do. He's powerful. He's breaking blocks. He's making great cuts. I think he's going to be an outstanding running back for us.
Josiah Holiday will hold this one on the tee for Tyler Crawford again as that wind continues to howl, gusting up to 25 miles per hour or so. Credit to Westmoore fans. There's a few of them still down here, bundled up, all warm and toasty. A lot of blankets wrapped around the student section there. Handful of Tiger fans on that far side. Crawford's kick is on the way. And Westmoore's returners will just kind of get out of the way and watch that. Bounces in the end zone for a touchback. They tried returning that one, but they fielded at the 5 and only got to the 15. So maybe the thought is,
he catches
we'll just
the ball
call,
at
we'll
the
just
5,
call her good at the 20.
I know. Putting trips in the boundary here.
Dayton White, high snap, hands it off to Cabrian Grant. Darian Moss is all over that one to swallow it up, and another running play from Westmoore is absolutely nowhere.
I don't think they knew what they were doing on that particular play.
It'll bounce the Jaguars back into negative rushing yards on the night. Loss of 2 gets them to -1 rushing yards on the game.
Too much confusion on that play.
6:36 to go, third quarter. This one's been almost all BA. 34-7 Tigers. Westmoore with the ball, 2nd and 12 at the Jaguar 18. White out of the gun, almost stepped right into the pressure. Now he's going to fire. He's got a man, but he underthrew it.
Oh,
he was looking for Dylan Taylor.
Did it hit the ground?
Darian Moss is trying to say that he picked that one off. The referees are saying
like it
hit the ground. Ryan, what'd you see down there on the field?
Well, I had an arm in front of the ball, but man, from here, the coaches as well as the players really thought that ball just bounced off of his arms right into Moss's hands. So that it looked like it didn't hit the ground to me, but it did bounce quite a bit. So
understandable. Incomplete. The ruling 3rd and 12. They were looking for Dylan Taylor. Man, he was open, but he just underthrew him. Little draw play here to Cabrian Grant, and Westmoore at least is back in positive rushing yards, but they're going to be short of the line to gain. Get them all the way up to the 28-yard line. So a nice 10-yard gain on the 3rd down draw, but it'll be 4th and 2.
Yeah, I don't understand what I'm seeing with them right now. That play, that quarterback's got to make some plays. Those receivers have been open for them, and we've got to tighten our coverage.
Matthew Lopez is on to punt for the Jaguars. Tigers are in punt safe, no deep returner. Expecting some sort of possible subterfuge here on 4th and 2 from the 28. Now Westmoore will sneak out one more player. And Lorenzo Williams needs a timeout as the play clock was about to hit 0. So first timeout of the half for Westmoore. The Jaguars were all sorts of confused. They brought on a blocker late in the action and just big mess all the way around. Jaguars have 168 yards of offense, 169 yards passing, -1 yards rushing. Hasn't been for a lack of effort. 14 carries for -1.
Protecting our community.
Westmore's been rush heavy on the season. 459 total yards per game, just 116 of those coming on the ground, so 340 or so through the air. But by my math, 116 yards a game rushing is a lot more than -1.
Absolutely.
Tiger defense holding opponents to 124 yards a game on the ground, 125 through the air, so almost a 50-50 split there. Broken Arrow holding opponents to just 16.6 points per game. Jaguars have a little work to do to get there. 34-7 our score. Broken Arrow in front. 5:25 to go here in the third.
Here we should get good field position again. It's the win.
Matthew Lopez waiting for the deep snap at his 12-yard line.
See, we're not even
and it gets past him. Lopez is scrambling, and he will just kick it out of the back of the end zone for a safety.
I don't think you can
Now
do
there's
that.
a late flag.
You can't kick it out.
Somebody bumped into Lopez, and now he's limping around. Can you have roughing the punter when you kick it out of the back of the end zone?
Oh, my gosh.
So Lopez now is hobbling. He had a brace on that left knee to start with.
And he's a left-footed kicker, too.
Now our referee, Marcus Walker's over there with Coach Alexander at the 20, explaining the situation.
Well, I didn't think you could kick it out of bounds. I didn't think you could kick it, but I could be wrong.
Safety's the signal, which we thought that was coming. And you've seen players before, bat it out of the back of the end zone on a fumble and stuff. I've never seen it kicked, per se. You can't kick it to a teammate for a touchdown unless you play for Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a college rule or what, or pro or what. I can't.
So now Marcus Walker is switching sides as he gets ready for the free kick here. So great field position will be coming for BA as Westmoore will have to free kick this from the 20.
Against the win.
Yikes. Lopez had a pretty good punt earlier in the first half. We talked about it. And not a whole lot you can do when the snap rolls to you.
Well, I know. And we were watching it before the game, too, and he was really doing a great job punting.
This is 30, John Connor. And they'll put this one on the tee and kick it off here on the safety free kick from the 20.
Now, they've really restricted – they're kicking from a hash, but they've really restricted their kickoff coverage unit, as you can see.
Now the ball blows off the tee and will –
the end guy on their kickoff team is just at the other hash. So the better, one thing that they're not looking for is throwbacks, reverses, all kinds of things here.
Kick is away, and it's fielded by the Tigers inside the 35-yard line. That's Machota. Machota gets darn near the 50. They'll mark him down at the 48-yard line. So good field position again for Broken Arrow. Tigers leading 36-7.
Absolutely. Great field position here. With the win.
Latest wind gust up to 33 miles an hour. Sustained wind out of the north at 22.
Well,
wind
I mean,
chill,
those flags are, they're just.
Wind chill 43. We should start selling seats in here inside. Jake Raines takes the snap, hands off to Sanchez. He rumbles across the 50, brought down to the 48-yard line.
He almost bent that back just perfectly. You know, he just they run that zone, he run the cut back in it, and he almost hit it. He's going to be a guy that's hard to arm tackle. He's not going to be easy to arm tackle.
Tigers trade the formation before the snap. Handoff is to Sanchez Banks.
He saw it. He saw it too. He's really starting to see that. You know, I kept saying earlier that if he just bounced that power a little bit, he'd have something, and he just started bouncing it, and he got caught with it. But if he saw that a little quicker, he would have hit that thing pretty well.
28th carry of the game for Sanchez Banks.
You know, that's nice. We haven't had that all year. You know, like we had Noah Cortez last year that you could give like 40 times a game. This young man is really.
Michael Matthews has this carry, and he's got room. 30, a seam, 25, 20, still on his feet, and he's just brought down inside the 10. A tough run by the sophomore, Michael Matthews.
Oh, I thought he wanted that one. He wanted it.
First National Bank first down inside the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone. They'll mark him down at the 6.
Great quickness, great quickness. I tell you, we've got kids all over the place with great athletic ability.
It's Coach Wilkinson's cut off the 5. If you get tackled inside the 5, you have to come out. If you get brought down to the 6, you get to stay in.
Yeah. Yeah, get the young man the ball.
First and goal, Tigers at the 6. They're staying with Matthews in the tailback. Toss play right. Mitchell Banning's trying to seal it. Matthews gets inside the 5, but there's a pink flag on the field. As we wait for the call from Marcus Walker, we know it's against Broken Arrow. Holding is the call, so they'll parade it back. They've got it spotted at the 18-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 18. Clock running, 3.5 to go, third quarter. Tigers with a 36-7 lead.
I like the way we tempo here too, so let's see. There's Boot, perfect call.
Raines, bootleg out to the right. Incomplete. They were looking for Mitchell Banning.
Raines pass, incomplete, intended for number 44, Mitchell Banning.
It'll be second and 18. Second and goal, really, from the 18. Raines now 5 of 8 passing on the night. Still looking for his first completion here in the second half. Sanchez Banks is the tailback as the Tigers go 4 wide. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Raines back to pass, blindside hit on the back there. Ball comes free. Banks recovers it, and this is all sorts of chaos. Back at the 35, brought down.
Man, they blitzed off the edge there and just caught his arm as he was throwing the football.
It's 15, Kylan Tennyson back there bringing the heat as Westmoore just came free on that blindside. Raines didn't have a chance.
No. I mean, he didn't see it. Like you said, it was on his blind side, and he was stepping up to throw the football.
Third and goal from the 35 coming here. All we're doing is making it interesting. 2.5 to go here in the third. 36-7, our score. Broken Arrow in front. Jake Raines out of the gun, takes the snap. Westmoore bringing pressure again, and Raines is going to be tripped up and sacked by 66 Josh Stewart, his 4th sack of the season.
God, this is like 40. That's 41 yards and goal.
So you don't see a whole lot of punts on 4th and goal, but you're about to see one here. Tyler Crawford is on.
That was just a disastrous series right there. Nothing went right.
Again, penalties affecting the flow of the game. Andrew Metcalf is waiting to return this at the 10. Crawford takes the snap. Nice punt angling toward that far side. It'll hit at the 15 or so. They might mark it a few yards north of that when it went out of bounds. But Westmoore will take over inside the 20 with 1:37 to go in the third, trailing Broken Arrow 36-7.
That's where the Jaguars begin, 1st and 10.
Third drive of the second half for Westmoore. First one went for 8 plays and 47 yards before they turned it over on downs. Last one went 3 and out with a safety. Dayton White out of the gun. Gonna fire it. Caught by Russell Radin. First time we've called his name tonight. But he's got a completion inside the 30, or inside the 25. They're gonna put him at the 23. So nice first down pickup. It'll be second and short.
Yeah, made a great catch. The quarterback just seems to be throwing behind all of the receivers.
White takes the snap. Play fake. Now he's going to keep it himself. Ball comes free, and it's recovered by the Tigers. Kane Hadaway has it for Broken Arrow.
Good job. Nice job. Real active. You know, we forced him up, had a lot of pressure on him. A lot of pressure, forced him up.
It's Campbell Yeager that stripped it. Kane Hadaway right there to fall on it. So the Tigers get another chance right at the Westmoore 20.
Atta baby. Good job. Now we'll try it again here.
First and 10 from the 20. 1:10 to go, third quarter. 36-7 Broken Arrow. Hand off to Sanchez Banks. Banks marching forward inside the 15 to the 13. Another strong gain for Sanchez Banks.
But you know, there wasn't a lot of room for him to run, but what he did was he stayed with his blocking and allowed them just to push him forward. Very nice.
Inside a minute to go in the third. 2nd and 3 from the 13. I formation behind Jake Raines. They give it to Sanchez Banks. Banks has a head of steam across the 10. First down yardage to the 8. First National Bank first down as the Tigers continue to knock on the door in the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone. 5th trip in the red zone for the Tigers.
And we're not too bad in the red zone offensively. I think we're pretty good. We do a good job. The thing we've done in the past is we've had 5 fumbles, and that's what's hurt us a few times.
First and goal from the 8. 10 seconds to go in the third. Handoff to Sanchez Banks. Banks has a whole bunch of room, and he's going to score again. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
He saw that. He cut that thing right back. That was so awesome. Running the power, and he's been sticking it. Running the power, he's sticking it. He runs the power, and then what's happened is he just cut it back. He cuts that thing back real quick.
He's talking about C parting.
Yes.
Holy cow. You and I could have linked arms and ran through there.
If we would have saw that thing, he's got good vision right now. I really like what I'm seeing with him.
Westmoore got good pressure off the edge, but Tyler Crawford's extra point is up and good. 6 seconds to go in the third. It's Broken Arrow 43, Westmoore 7. What a night for Sanchez Banks.
Oh, how much does he have right now?
He's over 200 yards now, 204 yards on 31 carries.
That is great.
Brandon Fleming has been giving you center service for over 30 years.
That's a season high for any Tiger tailback. Nobody's broken the 200-yard mark so far this season.
And it's been an impressive 200 yards. I mean, he's gotten better each time he's carried the football.
Can really see him starting to develop. Some of those cutbacks and the vision there. Josiah Holiday will hold this one on the tee again as Tyler Crawford will take advantage of his probably last kickoff of the night with the wind at his back. Crawford's left-footed kick is a bomb. No return on that one either. It hits in the end zone for a touchback, so Westmoore will take over with 6 seconds to go in the third at the 20. 43-7 BA.
Jaguars will begin 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hopefully you're watching us from somewhere warm or listening to us from somewhere warm, because on the field, our latest wind chill is 42. A blustery night down here in Moore. Not a whole lot to block the wind at the stadium either. 1st and 10, Westmoore at the 20. Dayton White takes the snap, hands off to Grant. Doesn't go much of anywhere as Brandon Barwig brings him down, and that's how the third quarter ends. 12 minutes until Twisters. Broken Arrow leads Westmoore 43-7. Back with the fourth after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
From the first steps we take, we all have our own way of doing things. That's why we offer a wide variety of checking account options. So your money is ready, no matter what direction life happens to take you. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Three quarters in the books here in Moore. Broken Arrow leads Westmoore 43-7. Charlie Spav and Ryan back with you here. Jaguars have the ball 1st and 10, 2nd and 9, at their own 21-yard line. Through three quarters, Broken Arrow outgaining Westmoore 380 to 183. Sanchez Banks, 31 carries, 204 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Hello. How's that for a night?
No, that's a great night.
Michael Matthews making his Broken Arrow varsity debut as a tailback, 10 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown for him, too. Tigers were banged up with some injuries at the key skill positions, and the depth is playing very well for Broken Arrow. Here's Dayton White rolling to his left and under all sorts of trouble. Zeno Marcaselli will bring him down at the 19.
Yeah, that was a great job. They're running 3 wide receivers there with the back offset to the 3 receivers, so we usually call that quads. And there's your sprint out game, and we didn't allow them to sprint out. We held them up real quickly and then got the sack.
Last year, Broken Arrow beat Westmoore 69-10. Tigers ran 42 plays to Westmoore 73 and outgained Westmoore 441 to 273. White under all sorts of pressure now fires to his man on the far side. It's Dylan Taylor. Taylor was holding that ball out like a loaf of bread, and he got free. He picked up the first down all the way to the 44.
He's tackled by number 11, Darian Moss.
See that?
Take a look again.
They're dragging that guy across the middle.
Ran a little cross route there. That worked pretty well. Darian Moss got tangled up there and then was able to rally and make the tackle. 1st and 10, Westmoore. Jaguar 44-yard line. White drops back, sets his feet, fires, caught. That's Tyson Edwards. Bryce Machota there to make the tackle. Darian Moss finished him off. They'll give him forward progress across the 50 to the BA 49.
You know, they got kind of impressive passing game. They do a good job in the passing game. They can't run the ball very well, but they have a great scheme in the passing game.
2nd and 3. High snap again. White grabs it, sets up, firing deep, has a man. It's Metcalf. Metcalf makes the catch at the 10, and he's going to score.
Wow.
Jaguars go deep and connect to Andrew Metcalf for a touchdown.
Well, that's they've been going shallow, 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 then medium routes, and now they attack it deep. That's the first time they've gone deep, deep. And he was wide open.
Andrew Metcalf sneaks behind the defense for his 2nd touchdown of the season, and Westmoore trots out the swinging gate formation. Now they'll bring it back over for the extra point. 97, Ashton House, the place kicker. Dayton White, the quarterback, will hold it. Snap, spot, extra point is up, and it is good. 10:33 to go in the game. Broken Arrow 43, Westmoore 14. This is Broken Arrow football.
Whether life is coming at you at kid speed or warp speed, we have 3 convenient locations, so you can take care of banking at your speed. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
The Folds of Honor provides much-needed scholarships to the dependents of KIA and disabled service members. The price of freedom is heavy, but we can carry it together. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org.
Welcome back to Moore, Oklahoma, where Broken Arrow leads Westmoore 43-14. Jaguars just got another touchdown on a 51-yard touchdown strike from Dayton White to Andrew Metcalf. Kickoff is away, and it will be returned, fielded by Torrey Dillard inside the 10-yard line. Dillard has a nice little lane there, and he'll get it back to the 28-yard line where Broken Arrow's drive will start.
I wonder if it looked like he had his knee down when he fielded the ball.
I thought he was close. Looked like he might have had a little bit of room in there, but it was definitely something to catch your eye.
Well, good field position.
Could be the end of the night for Jake Raines as Seth Dodd leads the Tiger offense out on the field for the 4th quarter. Dodd under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Michael Matthews. Matthews has a nice gain up to the 40-yard line. A First National Bank first down for Michael Matthews.
Yeah, we have a new O-line in there. It's, we've got most of them all out, so this is good. See, we have 10 minutes with our seconds. This is where you got to really push them right now. You got to make these kids compete, and that's how you get better in the next few years.
I formation for Seth Dodd. They'll give it to Michael Matthews again, and he's got a nice seam up the middle, close to midfield. Looks like they'll mark him down right at the 50, and they'll give him another First National Bank down.
Not missing a beat either.
No, let's go down to Ryan. What do you know about Michael Matthews?
Yeah, Charlie, this is the first game that I recall seeing Matthews, and looks like he had been a reserve defensive back and played some JV running back a game and showed some flashes to the coaches, and so, man, he got his shot here at the varsity game here in Moore.
It's working out well so far. They give it to Matthews again here on first down. He's inside the 45, and they're just going to keep feeding the beast right up the middle, Spav, and go with what's working.
Well, and they're doing a great job at it. I'll tell you, we're not missing a beat. Our kids know how to run the power, and they're just doing an extremely good job. We're pulling up in the hole. We're hitting somebody. Typically, when you get your twos, they pull up in the hole and they don't hit anybody. These kids are hitting somebody.
16, Julian Mosley is the tailback. He'll get this carry on 2nd and short. Mosley will fight forward to about the 38, where it'll be 3rd and 2. Clock continues to run now. 8:48 to go here in the ball game. Broken Arrow leading 43-14.
Yeah, just doing a great job controlling the time. We're controlling the clock. 8:30 left. We're winding the clock down.
3rd and 3 here for Broken Arrow. Seth Dodd takes the snap, gives to Julian Mosley. He's going to try to get down to the 40, where that was the line to gain, and they'll mark him short.
Julian Mosley tackled by 25.
They've got dueling spots. It depends which linesman they go with. One's got him with the 41, one's got him with the 42. So we'll call it the 41.
Long one.
Yeah, 41 and a half. And it'll be 4th and 4 feet. Just more than a yard here.
Come on, let's get this baby. Go for it, get it, game's over.
Tigers on the night, 2 for 2 on 4th down. For the season, 6 of 9. Seth Dodd takes the snap, gives it to Michael Matthews. Matthews has it first, National Bank and more. At the 30, stretching it down the near side at the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, stretching for the pylon, and they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 4-yard line. What a run by Michael Matthews.
That was so cool. That's close. I don't know if he stayed in or not. Let's see.
He tiptoed down that near sideline. It was close.
Play. Like he did step out about there, yeah.
Looks like he might have been out even closer than
I
the
know,
spot.
that's what,
maybe at like the 2, but he was
that's
out of bounds.
That's what I thought about the 2.
Great run by Michael Matthews inside the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone. Little counter here, flag flies. Tigers were a little offbeat there, so false start will back it up 5. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, we're keeping, we've got Nate Burkhartsmeyer. He's the one we're running over him now is what we're doing. Since we got our back up, we got Andrews not in there, so we're running it to our left now, the power.
Yep, Nate Burkhartsmeyer, the starting left tackle, is still in.
Confusion here.
Seth Dodd will try and get everybody back in the right spot. 1st and goal from the 9. Handoff to Matthews, and he was hit, and he's down. Looks like Matthews kind of got did he get a helmet on the shin?
Looks like, yeah, the shin or the knee or something.
There was confusion before the snap. Westmoore got good pressure, and that play got blown up quickly. And it looks like Westmoore came in and just got Matthews with the helmet. Medical staff and Coach Alexander out to take a look at the sophomore tailback. Clock stops with 7:15 to go in the ball game. Broken Arrow leading Westmoore 43-14. Make sure you join us Tuesdays at 6:30 for Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib. Coach Alexander and I will look back at this one and look ahead to next week's game and the rest of the season. Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib Live Tuesday nights at 6:30 on the Sports Animal. You can also podcast it by searching Broken Arrow Public Schools. The remaining schedule looks like this. Next week it's a fall break Thursday night game against Edmond Santa Fe. That one's back at the Woodshed, 7 o'clock kickoff. Then at homecoming on October 25th. UConn comes to town for that one. And then it's another home game, 3 in a row. Edmond Memorial comes to Broken Arrow on November 1st. The regular season will end at Enid on November 8th. Back ready to go here now. 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line. Seth Dodd takes the snap, gives to Julian Mosley. There was a seam there, but it closed. Mosley brought down from behind by 15, Kylan Tennyson.
Well, we just got a load of running backs that are just coming in. This is just really, really neat to watch all these players getting action in here.
Seth Dodd comes back from the sideline with the play. Plenty of time on the play clock. Game clock now down to 6:40. 3rd and goal from the 10. You throw it here?
No.
Come on.
We don't need to throw it. Just run the power.
Bootleg. Here comes
here
Seth Dodd rolling to his left. He's going to keep it himself, angling for that pylon, but he's going to get caught from behind. They'll bring him down to the 15. It was Tennyson again on the tackle in the pursuit. Well, it looked like a designed bootleg because there really wasn't a receiver.
Well, we
over
missed
there.
the flat. I know
Right.
the flat guy didn't make it out.
Dodd gives Seth Raines a high. Let me start over. Seth Dodd gives Jake Raines a high five as he comes off the field there, as the Tigers will line up for a field goal here. The ball's spotted at the 5, so this will be a 22-yarder. Machota is ready to hold. Tyler Crawford will kick this with his left foot. Crawford on the season 2 for 4. On the field goal game, he's made from 34 and 28, so this is well within the range. And they'll take a delay of game with that high school angle being so far outside the hash marks. They'll say, hey, 5 yards is fine. So now we'll back it up. The line of scrimmage will be the 10, and then this will be a 27-yard field goal for Crawford.
This is very smart, just taking this. Just take that angle away, like you say. The only we got wider goalposts, obviously.
Snap spot. Crawford's left-footed field goal is up, and it is good. 5:24 to go in this one. Broken Arrow 46, Westmoore 14. This is Broken Arrow football.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. But we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
With kids, life is one big adventure. That's why you need a strong financial partner you can count on, like TTCU Federal Credit Union. Right now, you could get $150 when you open a new TTCU checking account. And every time you use your School Pride debit card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Charlie Spav and Ryan back with you here from Moore, Oklahoma. Broken Arrow leading Westmoore 46-14. 5:24 to go in the game, it looks like, for the second straight trip. Broken Arrow will come down to Moore and end Westmore's 5-0 start to a season.
It happened a few years ago, too, when we were 1-4 at the time, and we played a 5-0 Westmoore. It just goes to show you who you play in the first few games. That's real important. We're not afraid to do the best of the best at that point.
Crawford will kick this away into the brisk wind. It's still a pretty darn good kick. This one might almost go into the end zone. And
oh, my God.
Andrew Metcalf lets it hit at the 2 and just watched it go into the end zone like it was a punt.
Oh, my gosh. Field that thing and go.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line.
You can't score a touchdown unless you catch the ball and run with it. Let's go.
Semesters or for a lifetime.
Zane Chavez is the Westmoore quarterback replacing Dayton White. He is 0 for 2 passing on the season. 6'1", 174-pound sophomore. Little game experience here, as this is mainly the number 2 defense. As the snap goes over his head, he's rushing back for it. He's going to pick it up in the end zone and be brought down for another safety. Second safety of the game.
Oh, my God.
Broken Arrow defense. Both of them came on snap issues. Wow. Lance Young was in there.
That center.
48 Garrett Hinesley was racing back there as well. So that's not an ideal start to your night if you're the backup quarterback.
No.
One play and a safety. Ouch, babe.
Well, the starting quarterback was, man, he was like a shortstop in baseball. He had to be ready for anything. Yeah.
Let's go down to Ryan. How's that wind doing?
It is blowing extremely hard. Actually, the last couple minutes we've had some really big gusts. So it doesn't surprise me that it was probably something on the center, but also the wind probably didn't help much. I mean, having it coming right at that quarterback's face as well as probably blowing the ball a little bit.
We're checking out the latest weather stats from the Oklahoma Mesonet. 31-mile-per-hour gusts. Jeez, brutal. I'm going to have to get Ryan some Chick-fil-A after this one for braving the cold down there. What do you think, Spav?
Yeah, definitely.
And if they have any
Chick-fil-A.
And if they have any extra for you, boy, that would just be a bonus, don't you think?
If we can make it down there.
Yeah, we'll try our best. 5:19 to go in this one. Broken Arrow leading 48-14. Second free kick of the night coming here. It's a end-over-end kick fielded at the 34 by Bryce Machota. Machota stretching it to the far side. He's across the 50 now. Even farther outside towards the sideline. Runs over a man. And he's going to get all the way to the 36-yard line. Machota just gave somebody the business.
He's such a tough kid.
First and 10 BA at the Westmoore 36-yard line as offensive coordinator Jay Wilkinson will spin the wheel of running backs here and see who we've got. Julian Mosley is the tailback. Cole Duvall is your quarterback. 5'11" sophomore.
Well, I mean, as far as strategy is concerned, we're doing nothing. I mean, we're running the clock. We're running our base play. Our kids know how to run it. They know how to line up. We're huddling up, running the play clock down, and running the power.
Hand off here back to Mosley. He'll rumble across the 30 inside the 25. Nice gain here, enough for a First National Bank first down at the 24.
Tackled by number 5, Dejon Simpkin, number 15, Tyler Tennyson.
Westmoore still has a lot of starters out there on defense.
Oh yeah, they have to. But we're just doing what we do. And we're doing it very effective against them.
Hand off to Mosley again here. 25 spins across the 20 back in the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone. It's the 18. As we're inside 4 minutes to go. Broken Arrow leads Westmoore 48-14. Tigers host Edmond Santa Fe next week on Thursday. Westmoore will travel to UConn. Cole Duvall under center takes the snap. Gives to Mosley on the delay. He's got a seam. Stretching it back towards this near side. Rumbling at the 10.
Oh, got it.
Close to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown. Broken Arrow. A 19-yard touchdown from Julian Mosley. Mosley almost got a little too far over his skis there, but nice job.
I know.
Keeping the body under control and finding the end zone.
Very nice, very nice. Love watching that kid run.
Sixth rushing touchdown of the night for the Tigers. Third different running back to score, all without starter Kewan Tolbert.
Mm-hmm.
Extra point from Crawford is up and good. 3:27 to go in the game. It's 55-14 Broken Arrow.
It's a great game. Come down here and do this to a 5-0 team, ranked number 5 in 6A. So This was a big, huge win for us.
Tigers with a season high of points. You'd have to think that this number will continue to grow throughout the next few games here. Still some things to clean up, of course, but pretty good showing for Broken Arrow tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Defensively, we've been beat up quite a bit. We have a lot of injuries, especially in the secondary, and we fight through it and we win this game. Playing a multiple of running backs, a multiple wide receivers. It's been kind of an impressive win, actually.
55 points in a game is the most for Broken Arrow going back to the regular season finale last year when they hung 76 on Enid. Tyler Crawford's left-footed kick, man, he bombed that thing into the wind.
Golly.
That almost hit the end line.
I know.
A little something extra into that one.
What a weapon. What a weapon he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you talk about special teams, and I hit you with that field position stat earlier, how it's about like 1,200-something yards of extra for Broken Arrow with all the field position, and that's continued here tonight. Average Tiger drive started at the -46. Westmoore's average drive has started at the 20. There's been 11 drives for the Tigers, so you go 11 times 26, and you're picking up a couple hundred extra yards just right there.
Yeah. That's just a hidden stat people don't really realize.
Westmoore gives it to Cabrian Grant on the carry here. Clock continues to run. Getting close to 3 minutes to go. 55-14 BA. Thank you again to our One Club sponsors, St. John Broken Arrow, Tulsa Bone and Joint, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, TTCU, Federal Credit Union, Arrow Group, and Matthews Ford. Thank you all for supporting Broken Arrow Public Schools. 2:53 to go in the game. All Tigers. Zane Chavez, the backup quarterback for Westmoore, takes the snap, gives to Cabrian Grant. Grant, fumble, gets the ball popped free. Adonis Ballard just laid the hammer.
But it was a bad snap.
He hit him so hard he didn't even know the. I mean,
but if you look at it, it was a bad snap to begin with, and the ball bounced off the quarterback's hands into the running back, and then he fumbles it. I mean, that was crazy all over.
Yeesh. 3rd down, 5. Play fake, and the pass bounces off the hands of Russell Radin and falls incomplete. Spav, if it was a spear, it would have killed him.
Oh, I think it did knock the wind out of him a little bit. That was interesting.
Matthew Lopez is back in punt formation for Westmoore. See, no, check that. That's John Connor now. They've changed punters. The bigger question is, who's doing the snapping? Can we get it to him in the air?
Who's doing the return?
There it is, in the air. And this punt goes about 6 feet. It'll hit at the 36 and check up at the 35. So a punt of, they're going to mark it at the 34. So a punt of 8 or 9 yards, depending on how you look at it. Not ideal.
No. Great field position. Here's our starting field position again.
4-yard line. That's where Broken Arrow begins. 1st and 10.
The whole thing is we didn't really try to block it, but we didn't even have anybody deep to return it.
Seth Dodd is back in at quarterback for the Tigers. Julian Mosley is the tailback. Fumbled snap there. What happened? His knee was down when he picked it up. All of a sudden, everything stopped.
2nd down. What was it?
Ryan, was his knee down when he picked up the snap?
I guess it had to be. I didn't see anything else. The ref came over.
There
was no flag.
Yeah, they blew it dead so quick. Here's a second down play. It's a handoff to Julian Mosley. He's got to check that. That's 26. Check that. Lance Young on the carry. He's the play-by-play guy. Fought off a sneeze. Third and short. Young got inside the 30 to the 27.
Oh, come on, Lance Young. Oh, he stopped his feet. That's cardinal sin right there. Don't stop your feet.
Mark him with the 26 or the 25. 69 seconds to go in this one. Broken Arrow leading Westmoore 55-14. Two more snaps and bundle up.
Well, we're letting these kids play, and that's good. I mean, it's fourth down.
Flag comes in on the near side. Looks like somebody on Westmoore was lined up in the zone. So before the fourth down attempt, penalty on Westmoore, and it's first down BA. First National Bank first down to the 20-yard line. Clock running inside, 40 seconds to go. Likely last play of the game. It's a handoff to Lance Young. Trying to keep his feet moving, and he'll be brought down for no gain.
Moore, the ball carrier.
That's like, guess what play we're running?
Headsets come off in the coaching booth to our left, and that will do it. Broken Arrow moves to 5-1 on the season, 3-0 in the district with a 55-14 win over the Westmoore Jaguars.
It was an impressive win. It really was. You know, this is a 5-0 team. They're 5-0 for a reason. But, you know, we threw the ball a lot better, gave our quarterback a lot of time, threw to multiple receivers, as we said. We had multiple running backs. I was impressed. We started fast, which is something we needed to do. And, you know, it's very difficult to start fast on a day like this when it's cold. The wind is blowing like crazy out there right now. But we had some injuries. We didn't get to see Keller very much tonight. He was injured. And some of these injuries, you know, with Slusher and Horn. And I know Williams got beat up a little bit out here. So it was a tough night with, you know, that. I mean, but we did a great job just with possession, offensive possession, to keep the ball, and tempoed quite a bit in our run game. I liked it.
We'll take a quick timeout. Back to put a bow on this one after this. Broken Arrow 55, Westmoore 14. This is Broken Arrow football.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
(55-14) the final score here in Moore. Broken Arrow improves to 5-1 on the season, 3-0 in the district. Westmoore falls to 5-1, 2-1. Sanchez Banks, the player of the game, 31 carries for the Tigers, 204 yards and 4 touchdowns. Michael Matthews, also very impressive, the sophomore tailback, 15 carries, 162 yards and a touchdown. Julian Mosley had a touchdown on 7 carries. Jake Raines finished the night 5 of 8 passing, 96 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. Let's go down to Ryan with Coach Alexander.
Coach, big win on the road. What's that mean for your team?
Well, it means a lot. You know, we played a bunch of guys that hadn't started before, or started very little. And we had a bunch of starters out, so I'm really proud of the way they came out, start the game. They played fast and physical, and we got a little lead. We came out of the locker room after halftime and played really, really well right there to start the third quarter. I love that. And as those guys get healthy and come back, these guys that are playing right now are just going to make us a better team all over. You know, we can trust those guys to go play special teams, and it'll be fun. I'm excited about the second half of the season.
Yeah, you talked about some different guys getting some playing time. I mean, what's it like to get some more of those guys out there, and maybe what are a couple key players we may see again, even when those players do get healthy?
Well, obviously, Sanchez Banks, really proud of Sanchez coming in and starting his first start. He didn't play any games, didn't play in a game last year, and he did a fantastic job. He's a big, tough kid. The young guy that came in, Michael. He just did a fantastic job. He's got some explosion, got some pretty good vision. He's going to be a dandy to watch grow up. I really like him as practice. Just a fantastic young man.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Great game.
Thank you.
Ryan, thank you. Coach Alexander helps put a bow on this one. He hit on 2 new running backs that we got to see tonight. Very impressive as the Tigers go to 5-1 with a 55-14 win. The total yards looked like this. Broken Arrow with 496 yards, 96 through the air, 400 even on the ground. Westmoore finishes with 247 total yards, 257 passing, and -10 rushing yards. Next week, we're on the air with you again on Thursday night to take on Edmond Santa Fe back in Broken Arrow. Kickoff at 7, pregame on the Animal at 6:30. The spotter tonight was Mr. Sean Morgan. Kenneth Rumsey's back at Sports Animal World Headquarters, and Terry Sprider and Nolan Couch are keeping everything together here on site in Moore. For my partners Steve Spavital and Ryan Wyckoff, this is Charlie Hanema saying good night from Moore, where the Tigers win 55-14 over Westmoore. Patriots-Giants, Westwood 1 coverage of the NFL coming up next on the Sports Animal.
This AeroVision broadcast is copyrighted by Broken Arrow Public Schools for the private use of our audience. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Broken Arrow Public Schools.